Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get it. W's in the chat.
He saved my soul from getting defeated, saved my body from getting deleted. Most of the times I couldn't believe it. Holy Spirit, I receive it. I don't deserve this, man, I'm not worth it, but he still loved me when I deserve it. He still gave his life on the cross. His loving is different cause I couldn't earn it. So this life I'm living is blessed, and you know that the wages of sin is death, but he put my spirit to rest. Got the blood of the lamb has paid all my debt.
All right,
ain't no stress.
Let's do it.
I believe that I am the best. Got the Holy Spirit on my chest, so man, I won't let the enemy rest.
Okay, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you guys are well. Let's get the party started. Let's do it. Let's do it. Z Gamer, my boy, he's in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Sandman in the building. What up, Sandman? What up, Yanosh? Energy in the house. Eric P. Big Magnus in the building. Bear Bella. What up, what up, what up, Rafi? Clubhouse, how we feeling? Billy in the house. What up, Billy? What up, Tomas? Tomas in the building. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, J. Kim in the building. What up, brother? How are you? How are you? YOLO Traders here. The mod squad's here. Can we give a round of applause for the mod squad? Greatest mods on the internet. Rob Trades in the house. What up, Yogi? AB Mike in the building. Oh, man. Badio Life. Hey, chat. Try and do this. Try and actually call these names out. This is tough work, man. Tough work. Zyper in the building. What up, GK? What up, Josh? What up, J Coop? What up, OGH? Just gotta start calling them out. Just calling them out as you see them. Nate G in the house. Issam in the building. What's up, Jen? AJ in the house. Stephen B is here. I seen him fly by there. All right, man. How y'all doing? YouTube, how you feeling? What up, Nico? What up, the Don? Mark in the house. What up, Earl? J4 Trades. Lag killed me. Hello, Dan. How y'all doing? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Yo. Been watching you for years now. W, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's get to it, man. Stevie Mac in the house. On me grind. All right, let's do it. What's up, Mark? Futures Lore. Big Q in the house. All right, man. Let's do this. Let's do it. What up, Bone? How you guys doing today? Everyone good? Good to see y'all, man. Good to see you guys. We got lots of volatility today. Lots of volume. I hope you're green on the day. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me just fix some things over on my other screen here. And then we will begin. You guys excited, man? You guys should be fired up. There's nothing, and I mean nothing like being in the pursuit of your dream and goal. Nothing like being in the hunt. Man, I love being in the hunt. Love being in the hunt. You know, that's the game. The game, that is success, like Earl Nightingale says, right? It's the pursuit of a worthy dream of ideal, not the accomplishment of it. It's actually the pursuit, my friends. That's why when you see these big dudes sell their companies for like billions of dollars, and now all they got is free time to hang out. They're never happy, they're never joyful anymore because they're out of the pursuit, right? So enjoy your journey, embrace your journey, no matter what part of it you're at, whether you're in the beginning stages, whether you're absolutely crushing it, or whether you're anywhere in between, man. Every single piece of this game of life is special, and it's to be perceived that way. All right, I think I'm good over here on my other screen. How we doing? The music a little too loud. Let me lower this a little bit. We're going to go ahead and pray, and then we're going to start our day here. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Well, Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this gathering, Lord. We thank you for the internet where we can reach and touch the lives of people all over the world, Father. We thank you. We thank you, like the song says, for your overwhelming, your never-ending, your reckless love that just chases us down, Lord. We thank you for it. We thank you for creating us in your image, Lord, creating us in an image of the Creator, Lord. So we thank you that we can create. We thank you for all the work that you're doing within this community. I pray for each and every person, Lord, whether they think of you on a daily or not. I just pray that good things would come their way, Lord, that you would raise their conscious level, Lord, that you would speak to them and make your path or their path clear for them to chase it and for them to go on their hunt. So Lord, we thank you for it. We thank you for your presence here today, and we just give you all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Praying for just clear vision for y'all, man. You know, sometimes the vision is foggy and you don't really know why you're waking up every day. You don't really know what's going on, what you're even doing this stuff for, right? So I'm praying that the vision, right, would become clear for you, and it would lead you down the path of abundance. So hopefully this stream helps, and hopefully we can be a beacon of light in a city on a hill and kind of help you and maybe point you in the right direction, or have God use the stream to do that. So we're back here today. It is, what is today? Thursday, the 22nd of May. So we're creeping on towards the end of May now, which May's been a great month here. And I don't think we have much going on today until 8:30, which we have unemployment claims coming in. So I'll probably be taking trades after the news here today. We got some red folders sitting in front of us here, but that's pretty much it for the day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Outside, actually we do have PMI here. So yeah, news coming in at 8:30 here and at 9:45. For some reason I thought this was tomorrow, but yeah, Thursday here. So yeah, got some red folders ahead of us. We'll see what happens. Unemployment claims coming in. They're expecting pretty much similar numbers here. And with this PMI, it looks like it's kind of the same deal. Not too off from what they're expecting here, so, or from last time. So we'll see what happens with all that. That should bring some volume in. We've already had an extremely volatile day so far. So I hope y'all have caught some pips. And let's see if we can put a bow on it here today in the New York session. All right. Who's calling me? All right. If you guys can, give the stream a like here, sub to the channel. And let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. Let me put my phone down. Man, why are you calling me at 8:15 in the morning? 8:15 in the morning. All right. All right, cool. I think we're good. Let's talk about gold here. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis. We'll also look at the NASDAQ, and then we'll settle in for the day. We'll wait for the news and see what more positions we can get later. So this is a gold daily time frame here. Yesterday we did end up closing bullish here. So we tracked back a little bit. We see that we had a support formed right here. We did push up very strong, right? We came into that zone. Next candle, it did move bullish. It closed bullish, but it wasn't really able to do much, right? Now this candle opened up. It made very little lower wick in the beginning. I took buys in Asian session over here, and then it looks like we came back down during London, or just, I don't know, just melted here. So now we're starting to come back up now, right? So this is a funky candle here because we've broken the highs, right? We've broken the lows, and we just don't know what we want to do, right? If we look at the daily time frame just from an overall observation perspective, I mean, it's like we're trying to get back in the range, right? But it looks like we're holding off. So I think if you close bearish today, that's your break and retest, right? That's your push down. your retest, and then maybe we can continue driving down to fill that range. You guys remember this range, right? For some reason we just abruptly stopped right here. So let's see if gold could finish the job. This daily closure today tells us a big story for tomorrow, right? So we'll see how everything closes, but I mean, I'm open for both buys and sells today. So let's see where news kind of pushes us and where price action wants to go. Looks like the 4 hour here closed right at support. Boom, right at support. We also closed with no bottom wick, so that was a easy sign for anyone who was trading right there that price was most likely going to move up, right? Let's see where we rejected out, because it looks like we rejected these support levels. So we talked about this the other day, and for newer traders, I get that it would be hard to understand that that was like a support, because it doesn't look like one, right? But just from experience and doing this for years now, anytime gold rallies like this and it doesn't give you any like actual support, like a support like this, or like a support like, you know, this or something, it's gonna give you these like stutter stepping candles that just end up closing really weak, and it makes for a nasty range on the lower time frame. So typically price will reject out of there, because if you're a new trader, you're looking at this like there's clean traffic coming all the way down, so you wouldn't even really, you know, understand why price would stop here. So keep this in mind, you know what I mean, for the future. When price is rallying, usually what happens is that acts as a support, right? So the 4 hour rejected out of here this first time. Remember, we took our buys coming out of here during New York session, and now we rejected out of here again after closing with no bottom wick. So let's see what all this looks like on the 1 hour chart. See how it's all just a bunch of consolidation here, major levels of support. So you got all this support right here, we stop right at it, and we end up rejecting, push it back up. Makes total sense on the 4 hour and the 1 hour chart. So the trade looked like it was presented to you on the 30-minute time frame. You had a perfect target tap concept idea, 30-minute closure, next candle moved up. So that was a pretty good playbook trade. I wasn't around for that one, but yeah, we'll see what we can do from here now. So basically what happened is the 4 hour candle is rejecting this area. So the idea is, do we want to create support, right, and then begin to move up for the rest of the day, right? Keep in mind that the daily candle's still bullish, right? So do we want to reject out of here and keep moving up? So that's kind of the question here today. The 15-minute gives us a new resistance, which is good. Kind of keep that here. And then support. Yeah, support, I would say you don't have one right now. The nearest one you have is sitting right there. So nothing we could really do at this point. We may range a little bit right here until the news, and then maybe we'll get a little range that we can pay attention to and say, hey, buys above, sells below, and look for something like that. So that's pretty much it. It's 8:20 here, so you should get a little bit of volume coming in, but overall I'm going to wait on this 8:30 news. The previous 30-minute candle closed without a top wick there, so there's just nothing you know, nothing for me just yet here. So we'll see what we can do and what will unfold after the news and go from there. But other than that, did anyone take these 30-minute buys? These are clean with the target tap concept, and yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. Break of the previous candle highs, current candle lows as stops, 180 pips. Holy smokes. Wow. That was money. It was a little confusing on the 15 though, it looked like. But overall, 30-minute presented a super clean opportunity. What up, Traders X was in the buys. Okay, a lot of you guys are in the buys. Or are you guys still in the buys? Or I think I would have been fully out when the candle closed with no top wick. Took it. Nice, guys. W. Out now, 120 pips. Beautiful. What a move. Clean too. What was that? Where'd the move really happen? Oh, last 15 of the hour candle, huh? Wow. Yeah, nice. So yeah, now we want to see what we're going to do here, right? Are we going to continue moving bullish here, or are we going to want to start to, you know, come back down, right? 4 hour rejecting here. I think we have a better shot at moving up, being at the 4 hours as support. If we re-break the highs and close above, the daily's also bullish. So we finally have a lower wick now on the daily. Kind of grabbed the pack there potentially, and now we may push back up. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Got some room though. Got some room. Cool. So we'll hang tight, wait for news to come out, and then we'll rock and roll from there. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here today as well. Haven't seen anything since yesterday. Okay, cool. So daily continuing to move down. So we clearly need some sort of a pullback right on the daily at this point. Like I was mentioning earlier this week, I mean, if we can come like right into this area here, that would be amazing. So I could see some more downside here on the NASDAQ just for a nice healthy retracement on the daily time frame. The 4 hour got much room to go here. So we're starting to move down. We just broke through all the lows. We've been looking and eyeing the support for like a couple days now to be able to come down into. So we'll see if we can get there today. I say probably closures below are going to be your best bet. So we'll see. News could just pop us right back up here. So yeah, I think closures probably on the let's see, buys, the 15-minute got, or 30-minute got clean range above here. So I'll probably wait for that for my buys. And then let's just take a look at the sells here. Everything's pretty clean. You got support sitting here right where current price is. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll be waiting for 9:30 for NASDAQ today. Yeah, we tried going up last night, but nothing. So I was waiting for range 2 buys above here. Glad I did, because yeah, we just kind of broke up and then just came right back in the range, consolidated the rest of the night. So yeah, gold looking a little bit better than NQ right now, but we'll see after the news comes out with the NASDAQ after 9:30. Should be good to go. Should get some clean price. Still in buys. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I took buys as well. Where were they? Right here. So last night took buys right here. Bam. Tight stops. Price moved up so quick. I don't think we had any drawdown. This was taken in the clubhouse last night. Beautiful trade. Very, very similar to, I mean, basically we've been going long off support for the last 3 days. Like in the last 24 hours, we've taken 5. I'm not sure if they took any trades in London or pre-New York today, but we've taken like 5. If they didn't take any trades, we've taken five buys on gold in the last, since we've been here last. Yeah. 8:45. What? Take you trade today? Huh? Hey, what time was yesterday's trade? Yesterday's trade was what, 9? Was it 9:45 or 9:15? George VDM is here. There he is. Charts for stream, yeah. I have a question for you. All right, let's take a look. What could I have done better? Probably nothing, because there was I remember there was a wasn't there just some stuff going on over here, right? After the pullback. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, what time frame were you trailing on? Yeah, I tried to ask you last night, but the chat just went crazy. Five minute. Yeah, I mean, so what you can do is you can create your own system of trailing stops, right? So some people like to, let's say if these are our original stops, some people aren't going to trail anything, right, until the next 5 minute candle closes, or until the candle closes and then the next one makes a lower wick. So let's say that this one now closes, this guy right here, right? So now you move your stop from here to here, right? After this one comes down, makes a low, breaks the high, you move your stop up. So that's kind of the way I trail them, is from time to time, like if I don't want to close, I'm just going to trail it. So as that candle right there closes, I'm going to now move my stop from here to here, right? Below that low. And then let's say now that this candle starts pushing up, this red candle starts pushing up. As it begins to break the high, I know it's going to be safe now to move my stop now from here to here, right? So if you're going to trail stops on the lower time frame, it's always best to wait for the candle to close, the next one to open, right? Let's say this is your trade. You take a trade here. You're using current candle stop, right? Once this one breaks the high, it's okay now to start moving the stop, right? And then as the next one opens up, makes a lower wick, wait for that wick to be formed, because it might want to come down here, you know, it can come anywhere, right? Let's say it just comes right here, and now it starts breaking this high, boom, now you take the stop from here, and then you move it up here, right? And then you just keep on doing that, right? Maybe you get, you know, one where you don't get much of a steep wick, and then you just keep trailing it and trailing it and trailing it. So as the candles close, right, you begin to move the stop from here to here, right? So you might not be closing anything, but you're just creeping up in profit. So if you do get hit, you get hit at X amount of pips. That's it. That's really all you could do. You want to wait for the highs to break too, because that means that you're going to push up. So if you're breaking the highs, and that means that that low that was formed should be the new low at that point, right? From a technical standpoint, if we're going to make higher highs and higher lows as candles, my bad, damn, arrows on arrows on arrows on arrows, right? If we're going to make higher highs, that means that that low should now be the new low. That makes sense? So now that this low is formed, we could still come down and break the low, but after we break the high and make a new high, there's no reason for that candle to come down to make a new low. So therefore your stop loss makes total sense sitting below there now. Arrows on arrows on arrows. Arrow Sassy. Where's Arrow Sassy at? Alright, well, here comes the news. So let's see what happens here. Let's see. 227, so lower numbers here for unemployment claims. So let's see. Not much of a difference there, but we'll see what happens. Good morning, Pablo. Good morning. Good morning. Doom. Good to see you, Segan Slades. Good to see you. Trailing stops. Yep. What up, Tamra? What setup is it? The Asian trade? That was basically like a breakout. Yeah, because we were looking at those ranges there. Yeah, so you had like resistance here, and what was really nice about this trade too is that we broke the lows, right? So we kind of broke the lows here. See how this candle came down, broke the previous candle low, came back up, broke the high. At that point, everyone wants to get in, right? Even me, like, of course we want to get in, especially when you see price starting to move up, but you got to have patience. You know, you got to wait for your system to play out. You got to, you know, stay in the pocket and wait for the opportunity to strike. So we couldn't do it there, right? So if price would have ran on that candle, we would have missed out on that trade, but we didn't. We came back, we pulled back, we had a lot of room to go, and I think we had 80 pips of all clean range to the left. So waited for this candle to make a lower wick, and as it did, once it rebroke its own high, we were in there. We started filling the wick, and then you know, break even, partials, and all that good stuff. But full TP got hit on that one, which was pretty nice. Yeah, but it was a breakout. What trade blew your account, prompting the new eval? That was just another onion. It's funny because I only went like 20 pips in drawdown, but because I just did a big payout, I basically took all my money out of the account. So yeah, I just got hit. I just didn't have enough money in the account really to hold that drawdown. So, and it was only like 20 pips. So it was actually a trade that moved in that direction, but it stopped me out first. Yeah, for some reason I thought I had it over here, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, it was a very simple onion play that I would normally take. The trade ended up working out in my favor. I just didn't have enough drawdown to hang on to it. Did I check the clips? No, but I will check them today. Yeah, I will check them all today. I want to give you guys some time to you know, create and put some stuff in there. Dum, 5:30 on the West Coast, baby. Let's go. This is the 1 minute. Where are we looking at closure? Hold on, let me take a look. So the question is, this is the 1 minute where we are looking closer to price action, and my target was 50 pips. With price almost hitting that target, I didn't want to make a winning trade. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I haven't really gone down to the 1 minute to trail stops. You know what I mean? I haven't really done that. I haven't really done that on the 5 minute that much either. But you don't want to go down too low, because sometimes that's gonna, you know, tap you out of your trade for no reason. There's going to be a lot of fluctuation on the 1 minute and the, you know, lower time frames like that, where price could still be moving along well on a 15-30 minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, but just, you know, messing around in the 1 minute. So just because you're coming back down on the 1 minute doesn't mean that the 30 minute and the 1 hour candle is going to hold up because of some 1 minute market structure. You know what I mean? So you got to really, the only time I ever go to the 1 minute is during extremely high volume on the NASDAQ. You know, so I personally wouldn't use the 1 minute and stuff like that to trail, because it's just too much happening down there. Yeah, the lowest I'll go is probably the 5 minute. And look, I mean, a lot of times like this move up here and this pullback and that little market structure, a lot of times that's just a 5 minute lower wick. So, you know, in most cases they're going to be the same, but I don't know. I don't like being antsy in the trades, you know what I mean? So if I look here and I see pullbacks, I'm like, you know, just thinking I'm, you know, a million miles a minute. I don't like being like that. So I like just looking at the time frame that I'm taking the trade on, or maybe a time frame lower than that, and just trying to trust that trade there. Yeah, I mean, this is all fun and fine and all that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're micromanaging at this point. So I just want to have a smooth trade. And yeah, the lowest I'll really go is probably like the 5 minute. What up, Joel? What's goody? What's goody? First day in the clubhouse. What's good, Manny? Welcome, bro. Welcome. Trade fluctuate. Yeah, trade. Yeah, who quoted that? Trades fluctuate. He studied, bro. He studied. Oh, snap. The whole squad's here. Boys. Johnny Gems.
Trades fluctuate.
There it is. His voice. The famous voice right there. W.
How you doing? What's good, Nick?
Raffy Taffy. What up, Johnny Gems?
Brothers, how are we doing today? How we feeling?
Amazing.
Yo.
Oh,
how's the squad doing?
Now I'm doing excellent. Not the Vikings here.
Egg.
Now we're feeling good.
Eggs today.
6-6. Only 6-6.
How we doing, chat?
Let's get
Good
chat.
morning, everybody.
Another day, be patient and disciplined. Let's go.
What's up, Johnny? What's up, Rafi?
What up, Magnus?
What's up,
Nick?
brother?
How you doing, Magnus? How you doing, Johnny
Incredible,
James?
man.
Rafi.
You guys are what's up.
The whole squad is here.
Squad.
Nicky Stew. What's up, brother?
Just doing Nicky Stu stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Every day.
I know.
Every day.
Me too,
good
bro. I'm
things
trying to do
going
Nicky
on.
Stu stuff as well.
Bro, Nick, that YouTube video was fire. The one in the car.
Oh,
Wants
thanks,
to
man.
trade today.
You liked it?
Yeah, that was
Fire,
banger.
bro.
Especially the end. Where you just get, you know, in the
Hey,
car.
actually, I meant to clip that part.
Nice.
I honestly, I did not mean to leave that in the video.
Nah, that's good. That's
That was
good.
funny.
It adds like a little, you know, touch to the video.
Hey, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
bro.
do something on
Little
every
character.
video, something wild. You know, you never
I
know.
love that. You could just hear like, and
Yeah,
then,
bro.
like-
Yo, you gotta take Magnus for a spin in that.
Oh, of
Bro,
course.
for
Maybe I'll
real.
pick Magnus up from the airport and that. Who knows? Maybe at that point it might be a
Shit.
Porsche GT3 RS. You just never
Hey.
know. You know, you just never know.
If you pick me up in a Porsche, man, I'm.
Magnus, bro.
Your
Get
girl's
ready.
gonna have to sit on your lap.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you do
that's
that.
alright. I don't
That's
care.
alright. We'll whip it back
That's
just
alright,
like that.
right?
No biggie. We'll do it. I think it'll be worth
That's
it.
alright. Let's do it.
Worth the ride. Worth the ride. How was all the sessions here tonight? Hey,
London was lit.
hey, last night was the first night that I slept all the way through the night in forever, bro. Forever.
Bro,
I woke
that's
up at like
awesome,
6:30 today. I was like, whoa! I didn't set any alarms, nothing.
Whoa.
Yo,
need
What time
that,
to go to
bro.
bed?
I could probably stay. I went to bed at like 12.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But bro, I could.
Why so late? Just doing
Dude, I
you?
could. Yeah, I was just doing Nicky Stu things, you know,
Yeah.
just mobbing around. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Mobbing.
So yeah, but that felt good, man. I could probably stay up for like, probably till New York tomorrow.
Oh snap!
Let's get it.
Charge your battery.
The batteries are charged.
It's already charged. 100%.
I'm at 100 right now. I got golf today too, so
Oh, damn. Is that why, bro? Is that why you need a full night rest?
no, not even. Just happened to work out that way.
Joey Stu's still resting, bro.
Yeah, he needs to
Bro.
get some rest. He needs about
you
double the
thought-
rest I get,
Yeah, bro.
maybe triple.
Nick, we actually hoped you would sleep because we took a very early trade, like 2:15. Like
Really?
40 minutes after we started the stream, we were gone.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
fire.
So we had a stream for like under an hour, and then we were.
Oh, perfect. Pip and dip.
Isn't that not the best, Magnus?
Yeah, pip and dip, man.
Yeah, bro. Pip and dip.
Plus, we
Yeah.
had already come off this juice box right here in Asian. Right here, this trade.
Yeah.
So I slept like a baby after that one.
Yeah,
oh
man.
yeah.
That one was
No.
crazy.
I mean, you shouldn't. Why? Why would you come to London?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, right.
Look
perfect.
at that beauty.
Asian, man. Asian's been coming up clutch. Asian be flirting though, you know? Like some days it really tries to push our buttons, but other days we make it happen.
Wow.
I
We're gonna
love
make it
Asian
happen
session,
tonight.
man. Yeah.
I'm looking for a hat trick in New York too, Paul.
Yo, facts.
Ooh,
We need the hat
tricky.
trick from you, Nick.
Hat tricky.
Yeah.
Johnny, do you take the
I was just about to ask.
that salary at 6 a.m.?
No. 6 a.m. salary?
Oh wait, what? Oh, I
But
thought
it's-
you meant the buys.
Yeah,
now.
I mean it would have been. I mean I was
These
looking at it.
buys
I
were
would not taken
fire.
anything because of all the noise, but
Yeah, we were just melting down pretty much my whole like time being on the session, so I didn't take anything.
yeah.
Not the
What's
buys.
that? Nah, I didn't take any buys. That happened like at like 8 a.m. I think.
Yeah, 7:30 or something. I didn't take it either.
We're-
I wasn't even on the charts. I was eating.
Yeah.
He was eating.
Big
Yeah,
surprise.
we were just like trending down and kind of just bleeding off. So I was like, whatever. I called it a little bit earlier, 30 minutes early.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Called it at 7.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it looked like we were just gonna keep melting.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was alright. We had news too and all of that, so.
that as well. I just decided to wait on news.
I
The 15.
actually like the closures back above here. Like if we can get closures back above, I
Yeah.
like these buys.
I agree.
Yeah, these
Those
What
are
do you
were
think
the-
about range 2?
Yeah, it's
That
fine.
is kind of our range too.
Yeah, it is like kind of like a range too above there. Especially by the way, I mean us rejecting out of the 4 hour is just obvious.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Coming out that range there, rejecting up. So if we start breaking the 4 hour highs now with an hour left and staying above this support here, most likely the daily is going to start moving bullish, right? Because that'll be the daily flipping bullish again. And now we officially have our bottom wick. Like last night during Asian, we had like no bottom wick here.
Exactly.
Right? And then all London, we just came down, boom, 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 to make that bottom wick, close right at support with this candle, and then we could pop here, create a new support, close back above, and we should be gone.
That was also the thing in London. We had no bottom. We got the daily there, so we could anticipate like the daily coming down, even though we were so bullish. And the fall time frame, we, you know, right at London Open, we just flew down in the last 10 minutes, and then we had a massive wick to fill. That was the trade. Where we closed bearish, ran a resistance on the 4-hour time frame.
Nice. What trade did you take?
So basically, that 1 hour, if you look at it, that's the cleanest. It was a 15 celery, but the 1 hour time frame you see close below with a steep wick, almost filled the whole range with that wick. So we waited for closures below, but it filled at 1.
Okay, at 1.
Yeah, you drop down to the 15 and
here?
Yeah, there.
Ooh.
So the 15 celery that made a pack runner with the high.
Oh, see? This one right here?
215, 2.
Oh,
like the one below it.
Oh, this one. Oh, nice.
Yeah, the green candle off of that one. That was the 4-hour low.
215 right here for the wick fill.
Right there.
Nice, bro. Clean.
Because that candle, right? It 15 minutes before the open of the 1 hour candle at 2 a.m. and the 4-hour closure, we just flew down. Like we waited for closures below that nice range to fill the range, but we just flew down, you know. We had nothing to do, so we cleared the whole range with that first candle, but then we came back up. And we had a wick to fill, so exhaustion wick becomes wick fills, and we basically got that 15 celery and break at the 4-hour low, we were gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean. Yeah, this one would have been nice. Man. That was a nice push too, but you didn't get that closure, so yeah, I like it. I like it. Looks good.
Yeah, W, bro.
The only way you can get in up here is like this one is if you pay attention to that pack runner right there and just enter on the break of those lows. Right, and then this one gives you a nice easy push down to fill the wick, but that's still pretty tough. Wick. Yeah, that's still tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we had no entry at the 4 was about to close, so yeah. But yeah, we figured it out anyway. So great trade.
Yeah, W.
Yo, my bad. Hold on one sec. My headset. My headset. Disconnected.
I feel like we have a 9:30 trade here today, maybe.
I think so too, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, for real. Johnny, you've been gym after New York?
Nah, I hit a bunch of pull-ups.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So good.
Bunch of pull-ups today. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Hit the gym, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Push.
W. Chest and shoulders.
Yeah, chest, shoulders, triceps too.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Productive day, stacking W's.
Exactly.
Stacking W's.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
Do you catch anything yesterday, Johnny, on Power Hour?
No, I didn't see. I was there watching. I didn't see anything though. Didn't pull the trigger on anything. What about you?
Yeah, but it wasn't Power Hour. I mean, I saw something. It was like around noon your time. He just completely melted down, but I was driving and I already got in a move before that, so nah.
I seen that, bro.
Driving. The worst.
I seen the bled off though. On N2.
It was like 12:45 probably your time, 12:30 or something like that.
Yep.
Power
I remember.
Hour.
Just bled off. I remember right before
Power Hour all month.
What'd you say?
I said I haven't traded Power Hour like all month.
Yeah. It's fun, bro, honestly. I like trading Power.
It's a good time to go to the store and look for some things to do, you know?
Yeah, facts.
because you know something's gonna happen, bro.
Yup.
Yo, Joel, I feel you on that. I've done that. I've had a lot of driving jobs. It's like, what kind of gas station doesn't have a bathroom?
Where, bro?
Can you make a video about trade management? Yeah, of course. Yeah, trade management. So the base of trade management is very simple. Plan your trade, trade your plan, right? So like, let's say right now what I'm looking for and the ideal position for me to take right now or so today would just say, let's say a closure above, right? So, okay, if we get that closure above, now we know what we're looking for, but now what are we going to do when it presents itself, right? Because everyone knows what to look for, but now once it shows up, now what do we do, right? Once we're in it. So you got to plan the trade first. So I always like using a couple different things, right? I want to know, number one, where's my entry, right? So entry's got to be figured out. Where's my stop loss? Stop loss has to be figured out. Where is my full target, right? Where's my target? And then where is my, let's say, advantage point, right? A TP1, right? Advantage point. So in this situation, I'm going to look and I'm going to say, okay, cool. If we get a closure above here, it's the 4-hour flipping bullish. It's the daily flipping bullish. We've got clean range moving up to right here. Once we get right here, there seems to be like there could be a little hold up. Now look, I'm not saying that price will hold up there. I'm just saying that if price does hold up anywhere, it's most likely going to be there, right? So my full target is going to be, I want to find out first, what's my stop loss, right? So stop loss first and foremost. Can we get it below the lows? If we can, great. If not, when the next candle comes down, I'm going to use that low, right? So I got my stop loss. What's my target? My target is going to be up here, right? The full range. So I got my target. What's my advantage point? My advantage point is going to be right here, which is where I'm going to go break even and move, close partials. And then I need my entry, right? So let's say my entry is going to be right here. So now I planned my trade, and now I'm just going to sit tight and trade my plan. So as price begins to move up here, right? When, let's say, we do hit this area, I'm not sitting there, you know, fiddling my thumbs thinking, well, that's a lot of money, but maybe I can make more. You know, none of that stuff's going on, man. When price hits this area, the partials close, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no thinking, none of that. I already thought about it before I put the trade on, right? So boom, you just got to be disciplined enough to close your position, because a lot of people be go, oh, it looks so good. It looks like it's going to go so much more, right? And then all of a sudden they get caught holding the bag. So plan your trade, trade your plan. When it gets there, do what's supposed to be done, move your stops to break even and whatever. If it goes all the way up, amazing, great job, awesome trade, W's in the chat, blah, 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 right? So trade management, that's if price goes for you. Now you're going to need to have a plan if price goes against you as well, right? We can't just have a plan for if price goes in our favor. We also need a plan for if price doesn't go in our favor, right? So how are we going to do that? So let's say we're getting in this trade. Let's say it's the very next day now. So yesterday we took this trade. It worked out perfect. We had all the W's going, amazing, right? Now same trade shows up the following day, right? So excuse me, we're going to say, okay, where's our entry? Where's our stop loss? Where's our full target? Where's our TP1? Okay, we have all that in store. But now we have to say, hey, if the trade doesn't go in our favor, what are we going to do, right? So let's say that we're risking, I don't know, let's just say we're risking $500 down here. This is going to be our stop loss. We're going to enter right here on the break of the highs. This is going to be our TP1, right, and TP2. So we have all that mapped out. So let's say we move up, but we don't quite get to TP1, right? So we kind of start falling shy. So now price is struggling a little bit. So now what are you going to do, right? What are we going to do? So now we got to play defense a little bit and understand how we're going to manage risk. So there's a few ways to do it, but I'll explain this one because I feel like this is the best for longevity here. So let's say you just miss your TP1, right? And now you're beginning to come back to break even. Let me even make a little example here. All right, boom, boom. That's your trade, right? So now that you just missed your break even point or your partials, so you didn't really get anything. It's starting to struggle here. So as you come back to break even, what you can do is, as this candle is fluctuating, you can close half of your position, right? So now you close half. So once you roll back into break even, you already minimized your risk at this point, right? So where you were risking 500 to begin with, you're now only risking $250, right? So it went from 500 to 250 because you closed half. And now what you could do is you can take the stop that you have here and move it up here, right? So what are you essentially doing at that point? You're actually managing risk and closing almost another half, right? Because you're moving your stop up now. So now on a trade that you were risking 500 on, you're now only risking 125. And if that stop loss gets hit, so again, you know, move your stop loss up to the low. So if it breaks that low, now you've only risked 125 and you've kept yourself, you know, nice and small and manage your risk properly. So you got to have a plan if price goes for you and against you. And this right here is just a money way to keep your losses small. Like, give the trade a good shot to move up with a good lot size. But then if you could be disciplined enough to, you know, like close the half, move the stop, mitigate the risk, this will save you from a lot of big losses right here, right? And then look, sometimes you're not even going to hit, sometimes you're not going to hit the low, and it's just going to keep running, right? It's not going to come all the way down. It's just going to fluctuate a little bit and keep going, and that's fine. I very rarely add new positions. I just stay in with what I got, you know what I mean, right there. So the only way I would add a new position in this case is if, like, let's say this candle closed bullish, strong bullish, and then there was like another candle, I might add something there to continue driving up. But hopefully that helps when it comes to trade management, risk management, and all that. Boom, boom. All right, cool. Yeah, so no closure. So no closure below here. Paying attention to this 3304 zone here. And we haven't closed below. I think below there you look pretty good. The 4 hour will be, you know, kind of moving bearish again at that point. But until we get a closure below, I think we could start moving up at any point here on the daily. Yeah, you might even get a 30-minute fake out, right? I mean, that would be perfect. Something just like that.
Yeah.
And then
very good, yeah.
9:30, we take these buys here, wait for a lower wick, take the buys, and maybe we have a shot at doing exactly what we just discussed.
That'd be perfect.
Maybe. We'll see. How did I help myself when I knew I was revenge trading and gambling and still sitting on the charts at break even? I didn't help myself. I just hurt myself and hurt myself and hurt myself. And then, you know, eventually I got hurt so much that I'm like, this is really painful, right? And if I'm ever going to succeed here, then I'm going to have to make some different choices. Like, my wife, she bought this fan for our garage, right? The garage gets a little hot now at night, and sometimes she'll like hanging out in there watching TV. You know, we hit the putting range in there and stuff, and she was gonna put it together, right? So I just seen it in the box. I was gonna put it together, but I'm like, nah, you know, let me see what happens, you know. So eventually what happened was it got too hot in there, too many days in a row, to where it motivated her enough and inspired her enough to open up the box and take 5 minutes to put the fan together, right? So it just got too hot, right? It got unbearable, right? And that's how this goes too, right? Sometimes it's too unbearable. It's too painful to keep getting your ass whooped by the market day in and day out, based off of stupid decision making, right? So sometimes you just got to get tired of your own, you know, BS before you give in and make new decisions. So, you know, that's kind of how it went for me. What up, solo trader? We got YOLO trader. We got solo trader.
All types of traders.
Can we get a dolo trader? Let's see. Any chance you know when the April trade review video will be posted? Yeah, I mean it's honestly slipped my mind over the past couple days. I've been working on some other videos, but we're all the way into April. Maybe I'll do a Mapril video. What do you think about that? Should we do the Mapril video? Just for Crazy B. I got you, man. I got you. We'll do the Mapril video. Yeah, it'll come out at the end of this month.
April.
Bro, gonna be absolutely insane. Made
fire.
video.
Got you, man. Got you. I'm sorry, guys. I was working on a bunch of other videos for the course and the clubhouse and all that stuff, so I was a little sidetracked there. April's coming. Oxember video coming soon. Pay attention. My profits increase continuously. Amen, brother. Amen.
Love you.
And that's what happens when you decide to never give up. Yeah, you guys should be, your dream should be big enough to where it stretches you. You gotta, I always say you gotta dream big, so big that it forces you to become someone different, and someone more mature, someone with just a higher standard, you know what I mean? So you gotta, like, I forgot who it was, Brian Tracy maybe, or Jim Rohn. He's like, I always encourage people to become a millionaire. Set a goal to become a millionaire, not because of what you'll get from it, but for who you'll become through it, right? So that's always been my focal point, is like, I don't care what I'm getting in the here and now. I just care about who I'm becoming, right? For the future, especially for the future of my community, for my children, and all that good stuff. All right, maybe we'll get the fake out here. We'll see. It's a 1 hour closure here as well. 1 hour, a lot of wicks, a lot of consolidation. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of rejection off the 4 hour here. So I don't like these sells that much at all. I'd rather see if we can get a closure back above the range, and then I would look to take buys at like 9:15, 9:30 here today. So maybe a 15-minute closure back above the range. That we enter here at 9:15. 9:15 closes above this range, and then 9:30 gets ripping, and we have a nice trade here. Yeah, that'll be Mapril. Sunboy Comedy in the clubhouse. Just go to website, make sure your Discord, put your Discord name in, and then you should see us right now live in Discord, bro. Yeah, go to the channel, Zoom link. Yeah, Zoom link channel. Pull up. It's true, man, that bigger picture. And that's why we talk so much about the dream here. TK or Sunboy Comedy. TK will help you out too if you need some help. The man, the myth, he's here.
TK.
DK.
What a legend, bro.
Oh, that's awesome. Still blowing challenges and stuff. Yeah, so what I would do is I would take a weekend, bro. Like, so I've been a losing trader for 3 years. By the way, that's completely, it's okay, right? It's not the worst thing in the world. Hopping from strategy to strategy makes perfect sense. I met Raja, become a break even, but still blowing challenges and stuff. Yeah, so like I was going to say, you got to take a weekend out of your life and examine what's really happening in your trading business. You know, like, why are you blowing the accounts, right? What's happening? What's taking place? Like, make sure you journal your trades. The only way you can really go from break even to profitable, and again, I know that there's the exceptions. I know some people don't even need to journal and whatnot, but for the majority of traders, like, I personally believe the biggest difference between break even and profitable is journaling your trades. Journaling your trades, because that gives you an opportunity to see your strengths and your weaknesses, and you gotta find your blind side, you know, your weak side, and you got to shine a light on that, a bright light on that, and really identify what it is and start to eliminate. Kind of like we talked about yesterday. Go back to yesterday's live stream. We talked a lot about the idea of going from, break even to profitable. And it's, again, I mentioned it in the podcast, but it's not about what more do I need to do? What more do I need to learn? You don't need to learn anymore or do anymore, because you already know how to bring in the money if you're break even, right? If you brought $5,000 in but lost it, that's a break even trader. So you don't need to know more. You need to stop doing certain things that are taking the money away. So go ahead and look, how did I get the $5,000 in? And then go look at how did it leave? And every time it left, see how it left, what losses you took, what trades didn't go your way, and then identify, were those trades that were part of the systematic approach here to my business, or did I deviate, right? And then that's up to you now to find out what's going on in there, and that right there will take you from break even to profitable in a matter of, literally, if you start making the right decisions, in a matter of a week or two, you'll see a massive difference. And we've seen a bunch of that in the clubhouse, like a bunch of that. 2-3 weeks, guys come in and say, hey man, I've been a struggling trader for 3 years. I just got my 4th payout. Like, what? Right? Like, what changed, And it was just those type of things. They got serious. They started treating trading like a business and finding their weak spots and making them strong. Can you read my question above? Absolutely. Let's see if we can find it. You only fail when you give up. Trust the process. Laughing faces. Dolo. Nightbot. YOLO. I think you're gonna have to type it again because I don't see it. Yeah, just hit me with it again. Magnus, how many steps we got today?
Probably like 8,000. Something about that.
W.
7,
I'm
8.
lighter.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Sir, at least 99 billion. 50k or so. 50k. At least.
I'm 95% sure a lot of people fail challenges and don't get payouts, not because of lack of knowledge of technicals, but emotional. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. And if you said you were 95% sure that they were failing it because of technicals, then I would love to debate that, because I wouldn't say that. I think people use that type of stuff as an excuse to think, there's got to be something else that I don't know, and there's not. It's just it's just like anything, man, in life. It's not what you do that makes you successful. It's what you don't do, and successful people all tend to do the same things. They tend to, participate in the same activities, which typically lead to growth, abundance, right? Positivity, enthusiasm. They all kind of, rock to the same beat. I mean, the technicals are simple. Like, we have 3 positions that we take. Notice every time I draw these stupid candles up here, I'm drawing the same thing every single time. Go look back at our last 7 trades. They look identical. Identical. Good morning, my friend from Colombia. Is this the same chart as XAU USD? Pretty much, pretty much. It might be a little different depending on what platform you're using.
Had 1 hour no bottom wick right there. Tough. But the 4 hour time frame looking good for a fake out here.
Oh yeah,
To
I'm
the
looking for
upside.
these buys above. I'm looking for
too.
exactly what we drew out.
Me too. 930 volume should push us up here. Like, look at the last volume we saw there. That was even pre-New York.
Yeah,
So,
man. Yep, we're waiting for
about
we're
NYSE?
waiting for another one of these guys.
Yes, sir.
3341 was 0.68 level on gold spot, like Fibonacci level, you mean? So won't gold continue bearish? I mean, I wouldn't say that just because it hit a Fibonacci level. I would just look at everything as a whole, right? The daily, I could see the daily potentially moving up here if we get the closures that we're looking for, right? I could see the 4 hour rejecting this support, potentially creating its own new support to move bullish. I could see the potential 1 hour closure here and how we can move up. Same deal with the 30-minute, right? Kind of you get this new support, new breakout, clean traffic to the left to go up. So can price go down? Yeah. But outside of that 61.8 fib level, I don't really see anything else that says that, right? That's why I was waiting for a fake out here, because I'm just bullish at this point, right? I think if you do get closures below now, maybe like that's where I'll be open to taking the sells, because that would be the 4 hour candle like back to being bearish and 1 hour candle flipping and all that. But as of right now, I don't see any signs of the sells outside of this, right? This idea of a higher low. But again, we're in the 4 hour, we're right out of 4 hour support. So maybe we're not going to make the higher low to go lower, right? Maybe we're going to start ejecting out of that level, creating support on the 4 hour chart, and then beginning to flip bullish on the daily, right? Creating support on the 4 hour chart, and then beginning to flip bullish on the daily to continue up. So that's more of my vision here as of right now for what price is kind of speaking and showing us.
Also, daily pack runner now. If you do move
daily.
up.
Yeah, that's true. Daily broke the lows, all that.
And we make that low for the daily. That's perfect. Yeah. And look
Like
at the 4 hour there.
My vision, I'd say for the next 4 hour candle, if that one closes like that, then I would say the next 4 hour candle is probably going to move up. That would make sense technically.
Yep. Faked out. The steep exhaustion wick. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we got volume coming in too, right? So we know that volume is typically where we're going to fill ranges, get breakouts, things like that. So, that 9:15, 9:30 volumes, it's coming. It's coming. So I think let's say the 9:15 candle opens up and closes back below, then yeah, that Fibonacci may be telling the truth at that point, and we may want to continue ripping lower. And at that point, I will take sells, because we already avoided that closure, right? So now if we get a bullish closure and then a fresh bearish one, now I'll be open to take those sells to fill that wick at 9:30. But we would have to see the closure below for me to kind of start thinking about sells.
Agree. Did you just say Fibonacci?
The fib, sometimes the fib be fibbing,
that's
sometimes the fib be telling the truth. We gotta, only time will tell.
The Fibonacci thing. Oh man.
But yeah, those are just my thoughts, you know what I mean? But of course we can continue rejecting now at this level and continue moving bearish for sure. That's why the closures are so important, because the candles will tell you basically everything you need to know.
Yeah. Wow, NASDAQ looks insane now.
I don't even,
Bro, oh look. Wow. Like,
Sheesh.
huge candle up there.
I don't see anything special here. All I see is a bunch of confused candles.
Oh yeah, thanks.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Gotta wait.
Nothing.
But gold here.
Goldie. Crazy how your upbringing can affect your learning curve, even childhood habits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why it's very important. That's why I'm so passionate about the next generation. Passionate about not even the kids, about the parents of the next generation. I mean, that's a big reason I show up here. I know a lot of you guys are in your 20s, early 30s, around my age. Like, you're either having kids or about to have kids, and you may not have heard about this philosophy yet. So I really want to try and help people develop those wealth habits, those growth habits. That way they could be an example to their children, you know. Otherwise, you repeat the same generational curses over and over and over and over again. And I just can't sit back and accept that, especially when there were other people who selflessly stepped out to teach me these type of concepts and ideas, and it's only right. My mentor, anytime I ask my mentor, how can I repay you? He'll say, Nick, just go out and pay it forward, bro. Pay it forward. So that's what I'm here to do, and I'm very, very passionate, because the way you come up, the way you train the mind determines where you go. You know, your thoughts and habits sculpt your destiny. So we're trying to get it right here.
Bro, that's the thing that I'm so grateful for, you know, getting to work with so many young athletes, you know, because, bro, you can see their flaws so clear on how they approach a simple game, you know? It's like how they do that, that's how they do everything in their lives. It's just crazy, man. That's the future. That's what we're going to have as the future, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, Magnus, you think you might raise your kids a little bit differently now than maybe like if you didn't find us?
100%.
A little different, right?
Absolutely. Just a little. Just a smidge. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's our mission. That's one of our missions. You know, we got a lot of big missions going on here, but that's certainly one of them. Okay, so we really didn't close with a wick at all here. So I think we might sit tight and make sure this 30-minute candle closes strong, bullish, and then it's off to the races up towards like 33.30 here.
This looks good. Early buyers activated now. Don't forget the high. Look at that. Perfect on the 15.
Yeah, because even if this candle doesn't close above, right? Even if it just closes strong bullish like this, then how nice would it be if 930 came down for the pack right here? Boom, and then broke the highs, and then that would make a lot of sense as well. And that would basically be a 15-minute celery too.
That would be lovely. Yeah, we don't even need to close above. Yeah.
Sir.
Because I got one of those trades too in London, actually. It looked a lot more clean on 30-minute, but look at that trade I just sent in the club too. We had one trade where we closed right at resistance, and we could basically still take the buy because we had a nice support, London open, high volume. We created new support. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. So a little overextended on the 15, but the 30 was clean. Like bearish candle, bullish candle. And we had a clean range. And the fall was tap and target.
Yep. Look good.
That's kind of like now, yeah.
Anyone in their 40s? Oh, yeah. And if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s too, I mean, we're here.
Always here.
Hey, shout out to Lindsay. Is that your first name, Lindsay? Full circle moment here, man. Pretty cool to see Lindsay in the clubhouse. I actually reached out to her. So she used to work with ASFX. And I reached out to her many, many years ago when she was an educator there asking for help. She hit me up. She's like, hey, I seen the interview. Love the community. I'm gonna come around more. And like I looked up in my messages, I'm like, oh my god, like I remember like reaching out to her when she was like an educator there and just asking questions and trying to figure this thing out. And I was still running this like delivery job at that point. I remember it so clearly. And now to have that like full circle moment, just having you around here at TTE is just insane, man, insane. I don't know if you went up and popped up and looked. I actually didn't recently, but I do know I was reaching out for help. And I remember I was telling you that I just wanted to provide freedom for my wife and kids and stuff like that. And damn, it's just crazy, man, crazy.
Wow, crazy, yeah.
And that was probably about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Insane.
Isn't that nuts? Isn't that incredible?
It's really.
Yeah, man. Oh, you did last night. Yeah. That's amazing. I'm so happy you reached out to me because that was like a full circle moment there for me. I was like, whoa, that's incredible. So it's just growth, you know what I mean? Growth takes place not overnight but over many nights, and you just got to stay consistent and persistent and have that positive attitude, and anything is possible at that point. Anything. Yeah, that's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Unbelievable, actually. Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. I remember, I don't remember everything. I just remember like telling you what my goal was, like what my dream was to do with all this. And it's just wild. Full circle moments. It was all about freedom, right? Yep. Yeah, I was just telling her freedom. I just want freedom. I just want to be free. That's all. I didn't care. I didn't care if it was 50 grand a year, 80 grand a year, 150, 180. You know, I didn't care as long as it had freedom attached with it. And by the way, sometimes you're going to be more free at 80 grand a year than you are at 180 grand a year, right? Everyone thinks, well, if I make more money, it'll be better. Sometimes that's not the case, right? I'd rather make, 150 grand a year and be completely free to do as I please than to make $300,000 a year and have to wear this, go somewhere I don't want to be and do things that, I just don't want to do.
Yeah, man.
Conrad turning 40 today. Yo, we've had birthdays back to back to back to back days now. Happy birthday, man.
Yo, happy birthday, Conrad.
Sheesh. $48? Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of you guys. A lot of y'all. Let's go. We're with a good group here. Turning point moments in life,
Yeah, man.
Oh, wait, it's AB Mike's birthday?
AB Mike's birthday
happy
today.
Happy birthday, AB Mike.
Hey,
Oh,
AB
Mike.
That's right.
birthday,
I forgot
bro.
about
Happy
that.
birthday for AB Mike here, everybody on the chat.
Happy birthday.
Oh, man.
We got birthdays every day.
It's my birthday. Every day. We had a lot of May birthdays too. A lot of May birthdays. I shaved my beard off. Yeah, that'll make you look younger. 7 months ago, you gave me a 25K account that you still have. Let's go, bro.
W.
Learning phase, baby. Learning phase. Aaron, I seen Aaron book his tickets to the U.S. Magnus booked his tickets.
Yes, sir.
Johnny Gems.
Got it. Johnny Gems.
Johnny Gems booked it. Rafi booked. You booked, Rafi?
Yeah, bro. Remember the same day?
Yeah,
It was
man.
confirmed.
We booked.
We
We're
live.
booked.
It's a fact now. It's happening.
I love the new people who are like, "Oh, AB Mike, happy birthday, man! Happy birthday." Yeah, if you guys can pull up in July, we're gonna have a lot of TTE traders out here, a lot of other entrepreneurs coming in, and We're gonna have a good time for like a weekend, and it should be pretty fun.
Yes, sir. Flying in from Denmark, Germany,
Sheesh.
UK.
We got traders flying in from all over the world.
For real.
All over the world.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, Claytech's coming. Let's go.
No, let's go.
Oh, coming to Florida in August. Okay, okay. Where's the link for the meetup? It's maybe someone could send it in the chat there. If you go to YouTube and hit ! Meetup, it'll pop up. I'm excited to see y'all. We had a great turnout last time. This will be our third event, our third meetup. So it should be a good one. What to do when you make your mistakes. You talked about yesterday about limiting them, how to journal it, how to deal with it. I think everyone kind of deals with it a little differently. If you need to journal them, journal them. You know, if you need to write it down and look at it and then throw it in a fire and burn it up and say, you know what, that's never going to happen again, do that. Some people deal with it mentally. I don't think there's really a right or wrong. I just think the main thing is stop making the mistakes. You know what I mean? Like I would focus more on studying how to regulate self, how to control self, how to stay composed, how to not become so emotional, you know, and emotionally hijacked. So I would study, you know, how to sit, right? What was the word said? Be still, right? Be still and know. So you got to learn to be still. Sometimes, like I personally like to just be still and sit by myself and get the downloads. Some people like to journal them. Some people do other things, but I don't really think there's a right or wrong. I just think the answer is stop making the mistakes. Just stop. Just stop. Just know that they're not they don't bring profits. They don't bring profit. So if they don't bring profit and you're trying to be profitable, then it doesn't make sense to make those mistakes. Call them what you want. Don't even call them mistakes. Just call them just actions, right? Those actions don't bring profits. So if you're here to get profits, you don't want to do things that are going to repel profits. Does that make sense? And that's a lot easier, like, said than done, or said, like, heard than understood, I should say. Right? That may take you 6 months to really get what I just said. But, hey, if it doesn't produce a profit, why are you doing it? Yeah, eat, sleep, trade. All right, 3 minutes on the closure. Blowing 3 accounts so far. Decided to start being super disciplined. Okay, to the plan. I'm willing to miss moves that they don't match up. I mean, that's really what it takes. Like, if you're just willing to miss moves, right, and just get over the fact that, like, not every move is your move. Like, the market's not here to, you know, just cater to you, right? So you have to truly wait on your system and your edge to show up. Probably the reason why you blew the other 3 accounts is because you just traded prematurely, like entered prematurely and exited prematurely, and, you know, you just didn't follow the actual plan. And so if you're willing to let moves go, I mean, at that point, nothing can stop you. Most traders just have FOMO. Most traders enter the buy. They're like, this guy ain't entering on YouTube. Screw this guy, man. He never enters those trades. And then look, you know what I mean? So there's a reason, right, why we don't enter. There's a reason why we do enter. And, you know, it's very black and white. It really is. Been on the stream since 23. Let's go. Joe Wall. Let's get it. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. I really hope and pray that it's served you in some sort of way, and that you're better off today than you were before 2023. Yeah, I don't even care if you're a good trader. You know why I don't care? You know why we talk about some of these important things? Because some of y'all, believe it or not, you're not going to be a trader in the long run. right? And in the long run, later down the road in 10 years, when you're sitting there with your wife and kids, you're not going to remember any of this technical BS stuff I'm talking about here. But you know what you will remember? You will remember the mentality, the mindset, the thought process, right? Understanding what your why is, understanding success principles, right? And those are going to be the things that end up making you successful. And sometimes, you may learn that here in trading, but you may prosper in a different avenue in life. And I know that none of this technical stuff will matter to that individual in 10 years, right? But the mindset, the mentality that's being instilled in y'all, that's what you're going to really remember and take away from this live stream, whether you end up becoming a trader full time in the future or not. 2 blocks from Amateur Works. Oh, snap, Jay. All right. So we chilling, man. We going to, what's good? You want to get some steak today? Johnny Gems, how you feeling? I can't today. I got some golf going on today. But 2 minutes from Amateur Works, that's amazing. We don't live far from each other then. Johnny Gems, my bad. Did I mute you or I'll make you co-host?
Nah, I went on mute, but I couldn't unmute myself.
All right, you're the co-host now, Big G.
All right, bet.
Which airport is closest? Definitely Tampa. Tampa International.
Yeah, I'm flying to the other one, bro.
Which one? Orlando?
Oh, man, I can't remember the name. Because where I'm from, for me to go there, I had to take, like, connection, and it was going to be like a 9-hour flight, everything, the whole trip. And then I found a direct flight, but it was to another Tampa airport.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm not sure which one that is, but I'm sure it's nearby.
Some water or something, blue water or something.
Oh, Clearwater? Oh, yeah, that's not too far.
Clearwater, yeah.
It's like 30 minutes or something like that. That's what I saw.
Yeah. All right, so we got a closure here. So, excuse me. I'm going to look for a lower wick, and then I'm going to go long here. We also have a 15-minute celery play, too. So if you don't like this, like at 9:30 here, you can wait for a closure above. And then if we get that closure above, then the 9:45 candle should be good to drive us up, right? But I'm considering the impulse entry here, but we got to make a low on the 30-minute candle, especially with us not having the wick down there. So we'll see if we can get that. 1 hour broke the highs here, so we'll see if that's gonna end up being the first sign of us moving up. Yeah, I think if you don't get the lower wick, like you want to be a part of this 9:30 candle, right? So, but if you can't get in on the first half of it, which is 9:30 to 9:45, then maybe what that can do is that can provide us the setup, right? And if that setup is provided, then what we can do is we can enter on the 9:45 candle. Now, the risk you run there is completely missing the move, right? But I'd rather risk missing the move than prematurely enter and take a loss for no reason here, right? So let's see if we can make the low, come back up, break the high, close above, and then I think we're golden. Yeah, if we get the pack runner, then I'd be willing to enter off the 30-minute high, but we have to get that pack, which I don't know if we're going to do that because, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I know we have news in 15 as well, so that's another big thing too. The news is coming in. Nice, good lower wick. Tea time, tea time, tea time.
It's tea time for you, bro. Almost tea time.
Yeah. Buys above here, closure looking great. Really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got PMI coming in. Yup. I might be willing to run the risk if the price action is obvious. Obvious.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah, my bias is bullish. I would say I'm more bullish than bearish currently because I believe that this daily can start flipping bullish here. Like a lot of that has to do with getting a closure above 33.14, right? That would be our candle flipping bullish. We're also getting just a lot of rejection out of the 4-hour candle here, and we never close below that support, right? So in 25 minutes, this 4-hour candle, if it closes bullish, I would probably expect the next one to follow suit, right? Make a new lower wick and potentially fill the range here today. So I'm pretty bullish based off of that idea. Plus the 1 hour, right? If we create this support here and close above, I think that's, you know, pretty bullish signs right there and whatnot. So I think I'm mainly looking for the closure now above on the 15, and then that should set the tone here. We got 10 minutes though, so keep in mind you can enter on this 30, the break of the highs here, and you know, take the trade, right? Because this could move up without us here, right? If we're gonna wait on the 15, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to give you FOMO or whatever, but you know, that's the reality of it. So you got to pick: are you gonna take it off the 30? You're gonna wait for the 15 closure? What's it gonna be? So I think I'm gonna wait on the 15 closure in 9 minutes here. And I'm basically accepting the fact that within 9 minutes, the candle could look like this, right? And that's just part of the game sometimes if you're going to choose to wait.
Thanks.
But one thing I do expect is this 30-minute candle at the end of the 30 minutes to look like this if we break those highs, right? So I want to be a part of that. So I'm hoping that the first 15-minute can give us this move, right, up to like here, so we get the breakout, and then the second 15-minute can give us this big push, you know, from here to here. So be nice to us here today, Goldie. Be nice. We love you. We just think you're so amazing. Onion on the 5-minute. Yeah, there's an onion on the 5-minute. I see it. Yeah, I don't like the 5-minute too much. It's just a little like weaker on the confirmation side of things, so I'll just wait on the 15. Can someone help trying to get a new Bible? The older the better. The older the better. Kingman is up. He is up. He is wide awake. He is rocking and rolling. I hear him. I hear him all. Thought of you the other day when I was considering 15-minute swings on gold. Hey. Stop loss. So the stop loss would be, okay, so let me draw out the trade that I'm taking here today. So if this trade shows up, I'm going to take it, right? So you'll have a candle that looks like this with a stop loss or a lower wick down here, right? So if the next candle can wick down, I will have an entry on the break of the high, right? And I'll keep my stop loss back below this range. So as we break the high, there we shouldn't come back down in the range here and break the lows. So boom, break of the highs entry, stop loss sits there, and then yeah, my goal is to get up here towards that purple line. I see that we don't have a top wick on this candle here, so that's probably where I will look to close my partials, and then I'll probably just extend that up and see if we can hit like a bigger target there. But I think 80% I'd be out right here. Yeah, and then whatever happens from there, let it go. Let it go, let it go. Yeah, that's clean. Clean. Are you allowed to trade news on Top Step? I don't know, man. Can't remember.
I think you are.
Couple seconds or something. We love you, Gold. I'm just glad we didn't push up.
A lot of volume.
All right, now I can hear you guys again. Hear you better. Yeah, you see like the 5 minute there, it's tough, right? Because you try and get in on the 5 and then it just, not the greatest confirmation. The only way I would probably use the 5 here would be on the closure above. So that way like we actually get in when the highs break and the candle doesn't run on us. That's probably the only way I would get in, but not below the zone. We're chopping though. We're chopping pre-news here. We got a fake out here though, so we'll see if that fake out holds strong. If we can get that lower wick like we drew up earlier, and then the push up, that's going to be even better. Experience with top one so far has been great, man. Really good. Not only that I are friends with these guys, but I think they did a great job with this. I mean, I think the Project X was a big move, right? I'm very, very happy that they're working with Project X, which is basically this platform, right? The same one that Top Step uses is Project X. So very, very happy with that. Very happy with the no consistency rule on the evaluation phase. I like the 25% consistency rule too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's a bad rule, especially if you have multiple accounts going. You can make a good amount of money. You can make $4,500 in a day on a 100K account. So I like that. I don't mind that 20% rule. The payout was so fast, like all within the same day. So that's one big thing that they stand on, is they will pay you the same day. Like, just sometimes other like banks are different, but like it will hit your Rise account within moments, which is fire, right? So I love seeing that, because that's what we're here to do, get paid. What else? I'm just happy that there's no 5-minute rule. I mean, that was probably the dumbest rule ever made up in trading history. So I'm just glad that that's not here and that's gone, and we're free to trade. Yeah, I think they did a good job here with this platform. Is the coupon still? Yeah. If you put TTE in on your checkout, like as the coupon code or whatever, you'll get 40% off any challenge, and you'll also, or even any straight to funded account, and then you'll get the 2 free add-ons as well. So you could take basically anytime payouts and no max daily drawdown. I'm new here. Oh, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. 5-minute yo, 5-minute rule was the yeah. They have a limit on payout. Yeah, pretty much. I think does every company have a limit on payout? Maybe there's a few that don't, right? Like per account. Most companies have a limit per account. Maybe Apex doesn't. I'm not too sure, but I know Top Step does. I don't really mind that. You know, $4,500 plus a day is more than enough for me. Do I have a copy trader? Yeah, I copy my accounts. So I usually trade. With Top Step, I have five funded accounts. So I would do like 3 on a copy trader, 2 on like off of it, and that's nice because you could bounce around accounts. On Top One, you can only do 3 right now. So I just copy all 3 of them. Yeah, I took a payout the other day for $5,800, and then I blew the accounts. They were all copied, so I didn't have that much money left on them. So I just bought new evaluation accounts, and I think I'm sitting $4,300 in profit here. So I need like another 2K, and then I'll be back to having all funded accounts. But again, you know, that's been my plan from the very beginning of the year. Like, I don't mind getting payouts, and then if I blow the account after that, it's really not a big deal. Right, I think I'm in that investment at like $750, made $5,800 out of it. You know what I mean? So like, basically, it's a $5,000 profit ROI. So I spent $700, and 2 weeks later, I got $5,800. You know, and yeah, I blew the accounts on just a normal onion play that on the next trade after the payout, but the ROI is already there, right? So my plan now is to just rinse and repeat. Go get 3 more. Stack them up, right, and get payouts again. Do I want to keep the accounts, right? So I don't have to buy new ones? Of course, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, if I could, it would be nice. But sometimes, you know, you're not gonna have that much margin and capital there, so you know, sometimes you're gonna blow them. Copy trader, you just come up here to this little gear, the settings bar, and then you go over to copy trading. And then you can link the accounts right here. So you make like a lead account, and then these will be the 2 followers. So every time you take a trade, it'll take the same exact trade on the other accounts. All right, here's our news coming out now. So glad we didn't jump the gun on those buys here, right? So let's kind of stay in the pocket here and wait for good, familiar price action.
Just made a bottom wick for that 1 hour here.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Well, maybe the Fibonacci's right. You know what I mean? The fib could be fibbing. It might not be fibbing. You just never know. That's why we always wait for price action.
Bro, I think I'm like, you can almost see the fib, you know, with your own eyes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can almost feel where the level is people are talking about. Like that. I don't know
61.8.
what level it is. Like, oh, yeah, something like that.
61.8 is probably here. I would say either 61.8's here or 50%'s here. Or 50% might be here, right? Let's whip it out.
Somewhere there, yeah. And you avoid like 7 rainbow lines.
Oh, what do you know? 50%. 50%.
That's gross.
Will we continue off the fib?
Imagine looking. Okay, yeah. Might work.
It might work. It might work. The best part about it is we'll see it. We'll see the closure below. Right? Mm-hmm. We just don't get in from the 50. But I really wouldn't want to be in from 50 because it still looks pretty damn bullish up at 50.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, we have full closure in 13 minutes, too.
Yeah. Big closures coming up. Might be a later trade here, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get it at like 10. Unfortunately, we couldn't participate here at 9:30.
News got in the way.
But this all
10,
looks good
10,
to
15,
continue
10,
bullish. I mean, the plan still remains the same. You know, like closure above here, we look money.
Bro, we literally with news we came down, made that bottom wick for the 1 hour. Now we're in the bottom wick.
See the pack runner that we talked about on this candle right here.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you get a closure, ideally like on the next candle, would be awesome.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
It would be Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Perfect, bro.
Charlotte.
Fresh support right there if it goes above too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
juice.
I'm also golfing with Clay today, so I'll see if we can get him to pump up those account numbers. See if we can get 5 accounts instead of 3. I'll put the pressure on him. How about I make it a bet? How about we bet on it? Hey, if me and Joe win the golf, you guys owe us $1,000, and you have to increase the amount of accounts allowed to be used.
Do it.
I'm down.
What do they win?
Today after the stream this afternoon.
Yeah, but what do they win if they win?
Oh, I will probably bet for like $1,000 or something. Last time we
Like-
bet for like $800 and we lost
Oh,
by 1 stroke. By 1
No
stroke.
way.
Yeah.
crazy.
Austin and Clay versus me and Joe. 2 lefties. Joe better be getting some rest. I'm gonna need him today. Big Jack in the house. What up, Jayski? How we feeling, man? How was your night last night?
With Jack.
Breaking it in, new baby. Can I hoop? I'm alright. I haven't really played ball in a while, to be honest. I'm pretty good though, but I wouldn't say. I don't even know how I'd play now. It's been a while.
Yo, Nick, you still have a glove, yeah?
Yeah, I still got my Randy Johnson glove that I used from the minors, bro. Never changed my glove.
Dang.
Either my dad was just poor or he was smart as heck. But one thing he told me is like, when I got the glove, I'm like, Dad, this thing's massive. He's like, oh, you're going to grow into it. I'm like, so I'm not sure if he just was like, hey, I can't afford to be buying gloves like every 2 years. Let me just buy one that he'll literally grow into for life, or what the deal is. But it's a Randy Johnson, like a beige, like brown glove.
Yeah. Those are like special editions. You don't
It's
see a lot of
legend.
those.
It's legendary, dude.
Yeah.
I threw 2 no-hitters with that glove. I pitched like a bunch of one-hitters, won championships, major games
Sick.
and travel. So yeah, it's a legendary
Those-
glove, man.
Those gloves would be the best, bro. Like those older ones that are already broken in, where you got a bunch of
Yeah.
reps in. Like those be like some of the best gloves.
They do.
Yeah. Any of the boys, are they righties, lefties? Anybody lefty?
Me and Joe are both
Do you know yet?
lefties.
Are you talking who,
My
Kingston
little
and
guys. Yeah, I'm not too
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
yet.
Kingston Maverick.
Maverick might just be the smartest human being on planet Earth because that dude does like good with lefty and righty. So I don't know. Maybe he's got to pick one, but yeah, I see him throw in, kick in, doing all bunch of stuff like lefty and righty.
Yeah, don't let him pick, bro.
Nah.
So let him pick
I'm gonna
switch
be like,
hitter,
there's no
switch-
such thing as lefty or righty. We
Yeah.
just use them both.
Alright.
Oh, the fib was not fibbing here.
Alright, Goldie.
No, snap.
Oh,
Let's see how the news popped.
pushing.
PMI came out. Green numbers. Okay, yeah, green numbers on the dollar. So I guess gold should end up, moving down after those numbers. But yeah, we'll see. 1 hour broke the highs there. So then the news came out and
Nice
dropped.
1 hour pack.
Yeah. 4 hour trying to stay down here. Am I lefty? I am a lefty, yeah. Yeah. I'm Folo Trader, big brother of YOLO Trader. I'm Folo Trader, descendant of YOLO Trader. Yeah, Jayski, how was your night, bro? You guys going home today or what? The 845 candle, why wasn't an onion? 845. This one here? The bearish one?
I guess like the closure below the breakout.
Oh yeah, because I was still pretty bullish at that point. So basically, until you actually close below, really honestly, until you close below like 89, you still can move back up bullish. All right, because you're just running right back into that support zone. Look at the 1 hour. See how choppy it is down here? So you're just kind of running right back into that. Yeah, we did get the fake out. We did get the fake out, but then we just came right back down. What up, Simzy? Yo. Getting discharged today. Very nice. Very nice. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here, too. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, if we can get closures above, I think this looks super clean, too. Look at this 930 candle, though. Moving all over. Yeah, NQ might be the play here, too. What was I doing before I started trading? I was building different e-commerce online stores and businesses. I was also just, you know, jumping from job to job, just trying to figure things out. Trying to figure it out, man. Just trying to figure it out. Going from job to job, paycheck to paycheck. Thursdays, couldn't wait for Fridays, you know. Running out of money and stuff. They're like, yeah, we pay every 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. I need money every week. I'm like, people are wealthy enough to have 2 weeks worth of savings? My goodness. Yeah, I needed it every week. But that was it. Just bouncing around from job to job, never really liking any of them. Building e-commerce stores, network marketing and stuff. I've been in the hunt, man. There's nothing like being in the hunt. It wasn't an onion formation, was it? Was that the 845 one that we were talking about?
Yeah, it was more of like a breakout.
Yeah, it was. It was yeah, I would say a breakout more than anything. Yeah,
but I see it's off a fresh resistance, so yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I would just say this one would be a breakout. Like if you took it on the green candle to go down, then yeah, breakout. Always hustling, man. Always, always, always. I always liked just having my own stuff. I'd never, like, from a very early age, I'd never asked my parents for like money or anything like that. Like my grandma would give me like $3 a day. It was so funny back in high school, but I was making like probably like $500 a week selling like CDs, selling all sorts of things in my high school and stuff. But she'd still give me the $3 a day, and I'll be like, you know, I'll take it. Because I couldn't be like, I don't need it, because then it'd be like, what do you mean you don't need it? Like, I don't need it. Anyone else, grandma gave him like $2 at all, ever, on the way out the door? Sometimes my grandma flipped me a 20. Those were the days. Those are the good days. Did I check the clips yet? Not yet, not yet. I'm going to give you guys like 24, 48 hours, you know, to send some stuff in, and then I'm going to go review them. I didn't view any of the videos yet. Yeah, my bad. Let's see. Charts for stream? Yeah, let's take a look. Charts. All quick question. When it comes to the 30-minute onion, when I look through the bearish waterfall, I see a support to the left. How far left should I look before placing an order? Let's take a look here. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, I would use that. So I know it worked out in this case, but I'd probably be using that just because, and it all just depends on what the higher time frame was doing as well, by the way. Like if you're in a 4-hour rejection and there's a lot of rejection going on and on the higher time frame and whatnot, I might get in there. But notice how there's no there's no range here, so that's really the only one that you can use. So in some cases I will use that, and I would have not taken that trade. But again, if like you're in a target tap concept and there's a lot more signs going on, more signs taking place that you can say, you know what, maybe we could disregard that because the reasons for getting in are a lot bigger than the reasons for staying out, then sometimes that'll work. But in most cases, I'll wait for the closure above there, just because I want to be sure that we're gonna actually stay below this zone here, right? Because you're in a downtrend technically. So yeah, but I will use that zone. So the question was, how far left would you look? I would definitely look towards that, you know, to get some information. Wow, Goldie.
Holy, what a push.
We got a bleed.
Smokes, bro.
Today was amazing. Today we moved up and then we bled off and then we moved up. So we had a lot of volume both up and down today. Up and down, up and down. Do I take entries on candles close to news? Not really. Not really. I'll let the news kind of blow by here. 1 hour might close without a wick here in like 3 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, so 1 hour closures, 4 hour closures, 30-minute, everything just closed up here. So you got a strong, wow, that candle went all the way back down. That's insane. So the 4 hour candle closed way back down there, bearish. 1 hour
Back to being bearish.
Closing with no wick, really. Yeah, I think you need some more price action. I'm down to stick around for like longer to see if we can get, you know, more price. If we start bleeding here, I'll probably call it a day, but if we can start creating some supports and whatnot, then I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll probably reanalyze this real quick.
Do you still... Oh.
What up?
I was say, do you still like the buys off support, even with the 4 hour close and bearish like that?
Only if we start popping now, like getting like this daily pack. Like if we start breaking the lows more and more, then that's going to be tough at that point. So
Gotcha.
4 hours got plenty of range to go. So yeah.
Bro, my man Pepito just took a 3K payout.
Who?
Let's go. The club.
Love you.
3K? Let's get it.
Love
Let's
you.
get it. Oh wow, look at NQ though. So this ain't bad here. So I think if you can get a lower wick, I mean, I don't really like that lower wick, but if you can get something steeper, then we got all this clean range here. Yeah, let's see if we can come back down a little bit, break some of those lows.
Bro, Babito, W, my G. That's what we're trying to be doing here, you know? Different community, we're different here, and we truly care. We truly want to help you guys to not just become a profitable trader, but change as a human from the inner first to the outer first, because that's what's gonna, you know, affect how you do things, your inner world. So W, bro.
Wow.
W on that.
Let's get it, bro. Congrats.
Wow, dude.
This is what we do, Nick. You tell me if I'm wrong, but this is what we do. For example, for me, you know, it's like seeing stuff like that, bro. Like that's it. That's the biggest paycheck that I got today.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
amazing.
Crazy, man.
That's what makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Such a good
Give me
message
goosebumps,
right there.
bro. Full of goosebumps right now.
It's powerful stuff. It's crazy.
Congrats, brother. Congrats. Just the beginning for you, man. Just the beginning.
Yes, sir, bro. Huge congrats, bro.
Yeah, that's amazing. W. Yeah, W. Hey, like I mentioned, you know, we're here to be a city on a hill and, you know, give hope to the next trader and show him or her a very simplified approach and philosophy, not only to trading but to life. So yeah, W, man, W. That's all the work of God, man. All the work of God. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Thanks for being a good student. Yep, your future self will thank you for that. Yeah, that's amazing. That basically describes the clubhouse right there. You know, just a whole willingness to help each other, and everyone knows like where we're going and following suit, same mission, same goals. So it's beautiful, beautiful.
Go Babio.
Badio Life, and I just got his name right. I used to call him Bab Babadooey. Remember that? I just
We
never
might
took
be still saying it wrong, dude. Honestly,
Yabba dabba
I'm just like,
dooey.
wow, Badio.
It looks like it
Badio,
says
babadoo-badoo.
Badio Life. I think Badio Life.
Where does life come from?
Yeah, John, you
Oh
should have
yeah,
always
where
said,
does
like,
Badio Life come from?
Babio, yeah. I used to say
Babido,
Badio.
Babido.
Magnus.
Yeah, W, man.
Babadoo,
Congratulations, brother. Way to get it
Badio.
done. Way to get it done.
Scooby Doo. No.
Scooby Doo. Yabba Dabba Doo.
Bobby Bowie.
Babada. First time here. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Welcome in. Anybody here from the... Any of you guys here, like from the new ASFX podcast that we recently recorded? Anybody? Anybody come in from that one? Yeah, I want to see a lower wick here. I don't like this. This is a new 1 hour candle here, and we've already moved up pretty aggressively. So I like the range. I just need the setup to really be there.
Mm-hmm.
So just wait on it. Just wait on it. Yeah, you know, we got together as a group early in the year. I think it was like towards the end of last year, and we really had a good locker room talk. And I feel like ever since that talk, we set the plan in motion. We claimed the victory. We talked about, like Jay Deasy says, payouts, and we have all been really stacking payouts all year long. So job well done. Job well done. We're just getting started here too. Just starting to cook. Oh, nice. Oh, welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome in. How does futures funded work and stuff? Yeah, it's they're all a little bit different, so you got to check with the firm that you're going to work with, but most of them are like one-step challenges. You take a little evaluation account, see if you can pass it, and then you can start trading on a funded account. So you got to just check out different companies and read through their websites, but they're all relatively the same, but minor differences. Give us something here, NQ. Because look, if excuse me, if we take the buy here, our stop's got to be either below here or right here, which really doesn't give the trade much room to breathe if it does want to make a lower wick there. So I think worst case, we kind of wait for this and then take it. Got all that clean range to the left here. And then gold, let's see, are we going to reject here? Starting to.
I like the buys.
The buys, baby. Maybe this 4 hour candle is going to be the one to juice.
Yeah, because like the daily time frame is, as you said before, and like the pack, and you know, we're tapping for our supports now, and we already broke lows, so yeah.
Look at all this.
Look at the previous low on the 4 hour time frame.
Look at all the
Like, what's broken
rejections
there?
here.
Yeah.
Can we move up out of the zone? Can we do it?
I like to. What? Wait, did I say that?
See how we came down? Push back up. Came down here, push back up. Came down on this guy, right back up. Down here. So there's something about this overall zone here, right? That price continues to reject. So can we anticipate the rejection out of here after maybe getting a 15 bullish closure, right? That's kind of the idea. So let's see. Plus the 4 hour at this point, I think, has really done a good job at doing this retracement, right? I don't know if we're going to need more than that, right? Gold's still very, very bullish. We've pushed up. We're retracing here now. So maybe this 4 hour candle will be the one that sets the tone to move back up here. But 1530 closure is actually not looking bad. We're trying to get a repeat of what happened over here to the left. So you see how over here to the left hand side we kind of created support here and then moved up. That's what we want to see here. Support and then a move up. And then that's it. That's our day. Do I only use prop firms? Top one? Yeah, pretty much. I've never used any other ones.
Such a big 15 candle, that one.
I know. It's so painful. I caught 50 pips in the morning and now seeing meltdown another 350 bothers me a lot. How come? You made 50 pips today. What's so bothersome about that? I think that's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be that bothered making 50 pips today. I'd be pretty pumped up about that.
Yeah, why not?
I'd be ecstatic. Another 120. Nice. On me grind. Oh, he's buying and selling. He's on the grind. He's on the grind. Remember, one guy's in a Ferrari, Maddie's in the Ferrari. He's looking at the guy in the jet. Right? The other guy, he's in the Toyota. He's looking at the guy in the Ferrari, wishing he had his life. Right? It's you just gotta be cool with what you got. You know, if your plan was to do that, then take it. You know, 50 pips. The market's gonna move all around. All right, it's gonna go 300 pips this way, 200 pips that way. But we can't get them all. You know, we can't get all the pips. Nor do we need them. We don't even need all the pips. Did I take an instant funded account? I did. I like the challenge accounts better, to be honest. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let's see if we can get a closure. We got 3 minutes here. 15 actually ain't looking too bad.
No, not
Yeah, looks
really.
good. We create support.
Yeah. Tapped. Daily pack.
Right. We can anticipate like a topic on the 4 hour as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, 4 hour highs, 1 hour highs. Just got to close decently strong here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on the previous candle, yeah.
If this candle here closes weak bullish, then we'll just settle in and wait for a 30 closure. So one of them's got to close strong.
Yes,
On
sir.
15 minutes.
John's rushing to get out of here. He's like, come on, let's go 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's like,
got
that's my
things
cue
to
right
do
there.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
out. See ya, bye.
Nah,
Alex
bro, I'm
coming.
trying to catch a trade here. Alex.
John, it sounds like you've got a little FOMO right now.
Nah, no FOMO, bro. Just patience.
I bet.
Just
I bet.
hoping that we get the closure. That's it.
Johnny Dips.
Johnny Dips.
Johnny Pips and Dips.
Hey.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Wait, Jay Pipski. You know, Jayski switched his name, Nick, to Jay Pipski. Oh, no more Nick.
Did he really? Jay Pippin dip?
Pipski to Dipski. We're trying to do a little pipskiing so we can dipski. Nah.
Instant accounts have the worst rules. Yeah, too complicated for me. I'm not that smart, man. I'm smart enough to say, okay, hit 6%. Okay. Then only make 1,500 a day. Okay, got it. And then withdraw anytime after the consistency is up. Okay, got it. That's it. Other than that, I'm just not even into reading all the rules and coming up with a plan. And I just rather keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, word Ben, bro. Yup. I do enjoy the sun a little bit more.
Then stand. Oh, you enjoy the sun more than just staring at this computer screen?
Staring at the charts.
No way.
Yeah, man. You should try it.
I'm gonna. All right, 30 seconds. So let's see. We got to determine whether or not this is a strong closure, a good business partner, or a weak one here. Dun, 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 dun. What?
Wow.
That's funny. You think gold will go up even though the news came out good dollar? Yeah, it could. It could if we get closures. You have a zone right here too, right, that I'm looking at. So I think the 30 closure, maybe we wait for a fake out here. So I do like the candle, but we never really close above this zone here. So I may hold off and wait on the 30 minute. And if the 30 can close strong above, then I like that better. Yeah, that 15 isn't the greatest confirmation. Big wick to the downside, small body. So maybe the 30 will give us a strong closure to where we can get confident in going long here, right? Something like stronger like that, and then we can pop up. Can we take the fake out? You can. Yep. I would probably say wait on the 30 here. But if you like the 15 and the closure there, then you can do that too. NQ, let's take a look. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, maybe a 15 closure now back above looks perfect. Otherwise, this might be a fake out here. That's why we always wait on those lower wicks. Always. Zyper. Johnny Ladden. Man. We're gonna encourage John to not grow a beard ever.
I'm gonna make sure to shave the stash today.
No, not the stash. Don't shave the stash.
Nah, bro, that's scarring me over there. That picture.
The stash, yeah, but that's a full beard.
I'm gonna shave everything. Yeah.
The one-step challenge, yeah, I think it's good.
That's hilarious.
I think one step is better than two step. He does look like a UFC fighter in that one picture. That's funny. You look like you're on like Khabib's team. Like Khabib just gonna come out of nowhere like, yeah, I've been training this guy for years. He's been fighting bears with me. He doesn't speak.
Bro, I want to know who made that picture, man.
Probably hero of the day.
Where'd you get the pick? Yeah, no, that's hilarious, man. Khabib's my mentor.
Inverted celery? Yeah, of course. Let's take a look here. Boom, boom. Yeah, that looks clean. Yep, that's the inverted celery right there. Yep, perfect entry too. I like this entry a little bit better than this one. So that right there is perfect. You're basically impulsively getting in, expecting that move up, right? At least coming into that the top of that zone there. So the question is, how is this? Yeah, that's how it should look. Perfect. It's nice too when it breaks the lows there. You see how it kind of broke the low? It doesn't have to break the low, but it's nice when it does, right? When that candle kind of breaks lows, and it should not come back up and close like that, right? If it's driving down. So those are a bunch of signs saying price can't get through here. And yeah, if there's volume coming in, the impulse trade looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's go for a buy. Yeah, go. Go for it, man. Go for it. I think I'm going to wait on this 30 closure. So that way I got a true fake out here. But don't let me, don't let me keep you out of the buy here. If you like this buy, I'm already up almost $2,000 here today. So I'm going to wait for a perfect setup.
I like the 30 support better anyways.
Me too. Is it cheaper to reset the live sim account? I don't know, because I haven't really done much with the live accounts. Maybe chat can help out. I know it's cheaper if you reset the evaluation account. It's like $79, right? As opposed to like $110 or something. Trading with my 100K capital account, following strict rules, joining the clubhouse to get some more mentorship, will manage to make about 5 to 10K monthly. I don't know. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to give a number there, because I don't know you. I don't know your commitment level. I don't know your reasoning behind it all. So that all sounds great, you know, but now you got to do that for the next couple months, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you're willing to do that, but if you are, I would expect a return. I don't know if it's 5K, 10K, it might be 20K, it might be 25K. I mean, I've been averaging about 20K a month this year. So I think maybe 5, 10K, you might even be selling yourself a little short. But then again, it's always going to be different. That all just depends on the individual. GJ? I don't even have GJ on here, man. Otherwise, I would. Hey, where'd my comrades go? What the heck? Man down. Man down. Man down. Mayday. Mayday. What? That resembles a little bit. There's some resemblance there. And that's the other thing too, like you really, even just on the live stream, the clubhouse, whatever it is, you really want to come in and just straight up learn. Like take 6 months to learn, get good at this stuff, right? Because if you don't learn and you just try and like kind of piggyback off trades, sometimes that ain't gonna work, right? Because we can, let's say together, right? Here's together, here's apart, right? Apart. So if you're jumping on someone, oh, I put April, apart, man, apart, RT, apart. So here's the deal when you're trying to, and let me just give you the real honest truth, all right? So your signal provider dude's not going to tell you this. Most internet traders aren't going to tell you this, right? They just want to get you in and take your money. So basically what's going to happen here is we're going to take some trades together, right? So let's say we take some trades together, we win together, we win, we lose, we win, we lose, right? We win and we win, right? So the issue now is, and let's say, you know, I took all these as well, so I'm going to get the same results here. Now the issue becomes is that same day, right, where maybe we took a win, I may have taken another win, right? And then maybe the day we took a loss here, maybe later on when I wasn't on the stream, I'll take another 2 wins, right? And then maybe later on down here where we take another L, I take a win later. So you see how you can never get the same results as another trader? You'll never be able to keep up. So at the end of the week, I'll probably have completely different results as you, even though you copied every one of my trades or you took all your signal providers' trades. You're not understanding that they're also, because they have the skill set, right? When the camera isn't on, or just when they open up their laptop or computer and see a trade, because they have the skill, they can go ahead and take the trade. So the one without the skill, who's just waiting on signals, he can't do nothing by himself, right? So he has to wait, or she has to wait for that streamer or that signal to come in again, when they could really be taking the time to learn. So that way, when they are apart, both parties can continue taking money out the market and using their skill set to win. So this is the big downfall when it comes to signals, because you only get those trades, you don't get the other trades, right? Where you know, the pro is going to recover or come back, or, you know, make it work in his favor or her favor somehow. You're just going to be standing there dependent with your thumb up, basically looking for a ride. You know what I mean? So you don't want to do that. You want to join a community that's going to teach you the actual strategy and system, and you want to learn it as fast as possible. You don't want to count on me or anyone, for that matter, right, to make money in your life. So, you know, it's very, very important that we help you understand skill set is worth way more than these trades. Like last night, we took an 80 pip juice box in Asian, but I told everyone, hey, what we talked about before the trade is more valuable than the trade itself, right? So it's all about learning the skill sets, learning the mentality, so that way you can pull profits at any point in your day or week or whatever. All right, 15 closures coming up, 30 closures coming up. Let's see how NQ's doing here. Oh, snap. Yeah, NQ's down. Goldie trying to fake out here, so 4 minutes.
Yeah, if you can close like this, it looks pretty good.
Waiting for candles to close has really improved my trading. Beautiful, beautiful.
Johnny Jeps. You seen that picture, Nick?
Yeah. So funny.
Jenny been laughing. That's just funny.
Man. Come
The
on.
Dagestan champion.
Yo, I just want to know who made that. Too funny.
NQ fake outs, gold fake outs. What are we doing? What
You
do we
only
do?
see that in the clubhouse.
Yeah. Holy smokes, Traders X. Yeah, that was probably wild. I kid you not. I used to take signals from one dude. He used to send them at like 4 in the morning every day. I'll be waking up at like 5 placing the trade. I didn't even know. Like, I just thought, hey, whenever I see it, just place it.
Yeah, you told us about that.
Man, that's so funny.
That's too funny.
Oh, what a journey it's been. Let me get the I need the address to this golf course here.
Maybe, Mike. Clubhouse ain't a signal service? Unsubscribe right now.
Yeah, and we kind of encouraged somebody that it seemed like they wanted signals to just get out of here and go find signals then, you know, and I hope that they didn't, but if they did, you know, it's fine, because we all have to learn on our own and at our own pace. Terra. Oh, hold up here, Goldie. Not in the last 2 minutes.
Always the last 2 minutes. Always.
All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The 15's popped here in the last 2 minutes, so we'll see if we can hold strong on the 30 and then have a nice trade here. 15 was the play. Not really for me. I don't like the closure here. That wasn't a good closure for me. A nice 30 closure will do it. If not, then it's okay. You know, I already took my trade. Already took a trade here today, so I'm not in any rush to
Same.
get any pips or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people fill the bags in London.
Boom, boom.
And Asian.
Asian, London,
And some pre-New York.
pre-New York.
And maybe here in New York. Let's see if we get 4 in a row.
Yeah, actually, we've been putting out a lot of trades. 4 trades
Yeah,
yesterday
man.
in the clubhouse. 2 or 3 today. Can't remember. 2 or
Yeah,
3.
bro. We had a red day in London yesterday, but we also took 2 trades. We took 1 break even and 1 loss.
Oh no, yeah, I seen the
So we
trade.
had,
It
like-
looked good. It looked just like
Yeah.
the buys that we took.
Yeah, that you took actually.
I seen you
Oh,
guys went
yeah.
in profit on the first candle, right? And then the second one came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
Exactly. But we stayed in. I mean, we saw a big push, and it was like the 1 hour had no top wick, it rejected from the bottom range, and all was looking good for
Yeah.
bullish.
No, I seen the
Yeah.
trade. It looked great.
Yeah. Yeah, I see many. That trade we took in London started bleeding right after we took profits. I see. Yeah, but we just wanted the piece of the move.
Asian been hitting. London's been great too. Like everything slowed down in that first week of May, but it's been picking back up pretty good here.
Bro, for real, it was real slow, but then we picked it all up. Okay, cool. Nice here.
All right, so we got a decent closure here. We're gonna need a lower wick and then a break of the highs, and we'll see if we can move.
Looking solid. 1 hour already got a wick, so we don't need like steepest of the steepest wick, right? But
Yeah, I want to see
And a nice wick
something,
would be
some,
good. Yeah,
something
yeah, sure.
decent, but nothing too crazy. We're starting to
Yeah.
kind of trend up here, right? So if we can make a low now, and then re-break the high, we should come on up.
I agree.
Nice closure. Yeah, pretty nice closure. I wouldn't consider this one too overextended, especially on the 30. I mean, this is the support, you know what I mean? So we're literally right after the support here. So I would like to see a little bit of a lower wick though, just so I can keep that as my stop loss, because this stop down here is a little way too steep. Let's check that previous 15 stop. 120 pips. So yeah, even that's a little too much for me. So yeah, we're gonna need a lower wick so that way I can use that as my stop loss, and wherever that wick kind of drives down to, that'll be the stop. So entry would be the break of the highs, and then wherever that current wick goes to, that'll basically be the trade, something like this. Doop, 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 doop. When's the next potential move on gold? Maybe now. Let's take a look at NQ here too. Okay, yes, I would wait for NASDAQ to close bullish again, right? So glad we didn't take these trades, right? No lower wick, no entry. Now look at the lower wick here now, right? So we want to make sure we wait on that lower wick here on gold, and then we could fire away here. I'm taking, will I take NQ after we get a bullish closure? Yeah. Yep. Okay, that should do it here for me. So I'm gonna have this buy stop on the break of the highs here. Wherever this lower wick ends up going, that's gonna be my stop loss. TP is gonna be up here at these highs for about 160 pips, and then I think break even and partials and all that for me is probably gonna be sitting somewhere probably around these areas right here. 3307. Yeah, 3307-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, we should make our way up to 10, so that way we can create a top wick on that candle if we go up. And then again, full TP sitting up here. This is gold, but the NASDAQ, and yeah, by the way, stops will be sitting like right here. So that'll pretty much be the trade.
Looks good.
Partials, break even.
Like that we broke, like it's on the re-break at the high now because
Me too.
we weren't in the first one, and, you know, we broke the low again now, and now we can take it on the re-break.
Yeah. And then the NASDAQ, I would wait. I'm going to wait for a bullish closure here. I don't want to take nothing. I'm not going to take these sells or anything, so.
Bro, Clubhouse too wild. No.
What's going on here, Clubby? What we doing?
Nah,
Oh,
that's
man.
wild.
Yo, where's Johnny Gems? John, where
Man,
are
and
you,
then
bro?
Johnny James leaves. Man dips.
He's missing. he pippin' dips.
Bro, that
He's
is
pippin'
funny.
and dipping, baby.
Yo, bro.
That is funny right there.
I can't, bro. Too hilarious.
You can't. Yo, the internet
Nah.
don't miss, man.
Nah, for real. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
That's
use like
funny.
the previous
if I-
5 minute too as your stops.
He just lived because of that.
Me if I stop following my plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I learn? I learned from a guy named Raja Banks, a little bit from this other guy named Don, and basically just put their strategies together. They were both very similar. Then I mixed it with my own experience and whatnot, and basically came up with this. Yeah, Don. I watched Don in 2021 and 2022, probably around that time. Yeah, he traded a very simplistic strategy, very similar to Raja. So I just caught the liking. That was actually when Raja bounced out to Pakistan and moved and stuff. So I didn't really have anyone to learn from outside of the course, but I still wanted to see if I could sit live with someone. So yeah, I just gravitated towards Don. He did things pretty much in line with what Raja was doing, a little bit different, but yeah, everyone's gonna do things a smidge bit different. So 30 viewers, damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
The 5 minute looks great here.
We got 5 more minutes. Do I have a class? Yeah, pretty much this one right here. Like, this is pretty much what we do. We have the clubhouse, which we live stream Asian, London, pre-New York, and the New York session. So we basically got live trading classes going on pretty much in every session in the clubhouse. And then YouTube, I come here for New York sesh. He's a good entertainer while streaming, just like me. Yeah, you have to. You're holding these streams together for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You got to have a little bit of like I heard someone call it like tradertainment, like a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of knowledge, right? You gotta learn how to mix it up a little bit. Not many people can do that. That's why you don't see a lot of streamers last. Not even because they, not even talking about showing your P&L and all your trades and whatnot. Some people just can't hold a group together for a decent amount of time. You know what I mean? It's not easy. For most. It's easy for me though. No, I'm just kidding. Similar style. Is it considered 4-hour target tap concept? I mean, if we're looking at this area over here, then I guess we can say that. But to be honest, I'd be, you know, like, I like this area as support. I know you guys don't see the support there, but we might be getting a fake out, right, to move back up. So I think we are tapping targets. This whole zone here, I think, is a bit of a target on gold. So yeah, I think we could push out of here, man. 4-hour got the pullback it needed. Gold is just so bullish. So I don't see the 4-hour coming down further, right? If we want to move bullish in this uptrend. $15 closures coming up. Yeah, you see a lot of streamers. Yeah, a lot of streamers come and go. You know, it's not, like I said, it's not easy. It's really not, you know, like, not just, you know, hosting and, you know, kind of trade-ertaining, right, the stream, but also it's not easy to call trades in front of others, to show your P&L, to manage trades, you know, and a lot of people just can't really last doing it. And you know, it's understandable. You know, it's not an easy game at all. It's much easier to trade all alone by yourself with no eyeballs on you. But I personally like streaming better than just hanging out alone by myself. Because that's what I was doing. You know, like, I thought I was kind of done with the people business for a while there. Like, I'm like, I don't want to deal with people anymore. I just want to make money from the computer. And then I started making money from the computer, and I'm like, damn, I miss the people. You know, so that's where we started the live stream. Check NQ buys. NQ buys. Let's take a look. Yeah, nah, nothing yet for NQ for me. Nothing yet. All right, let's see if we can move up here on gold. So I've been activated here. Stops are going to be kept below like that other 5-minute candle, I would say.
Looks good, bro. Looking left, like we've done the same exact move to the left-hand side as well.
Yeah, we've had some nice moves up there.
Oh yeah, you're right, John. That 730 move.
Yep.
Yeah, the same
exactly.
for support tapped. Yeah.
Exactly, same exact move.
Yep. Yeah, I think it looks great.
Same.
Where's your TP, John? Like, where you're holding for?
I was looking at 3309, 3310. I mean, full TP was 3315, but you know, the 4 hours still bearish technically too. So, you know, I was just anticipating the top wick coming back up to like 3308.
Yep.
Around those
Yeah,
areas.
looks good. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah, exactly same here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we have clean range up until like, you know what, like, you know, 15, all of that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't want to get too greedy, you know, because 4 hours
Nah.
still bearish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This little area here, that's about 40 pips too. Like, that could also be like a break even point or even a partial point for anyone. So keep that in mind too. That's what is that, 3303? Yeah, 33036. Not a bad area either.
Watch gold do a push like 730.
730
Yeah,
push.
bro. We need a
Bro.
push like Asian session last night.
Was that
Yeah,
good?
we do. That'd be nice.
Hell yeah.
Asian was
It's
wild
amazing.
last night.
Bro, you're making me want to go there, and I'm like,
Bro,
you took
pull
like
up.
3 dubs in a row, bro. I can't come in now. I can't do it.
And
All you
and
need
bro,
is Asian in London, bro.
the other
Constant.
trades, the trades that ran without us, we were like, our read on them was so money, we just didn't get the setup and they pushed. So the volatility in Asian's been insane.
It really has been, bro.
Yeah.
Really has.
Exactly, George. I wait for the loss in Asian, and then I'm there.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. There you go.
Come for the next L, and then we chilling.
I messed up not showing up for London tonight again.
Oh man.
Especially after the L, you know.
But we got the best.
Early.
We got Friday tomorrow.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, last London session of the week tonight. Last Asian session of the week as well.
It's gonna be lit. Just wait on it.
Yes, sir.
Man, all this range here, crazy. Yeah, Aaron, we talked
Pink
about
candles.
it, man. So sick. Both Aaron said to me that he wanted to go to Asian, and I was like, should I go to Asian? I even talked to my girl about it yesterday. I was like, should I just wake up for Asian? Just like, why not?
Yeah, bro.
But I was
Yeah,
like,
you're really gonna-
you know what, not.
Yeah. Your girl's gonna be
Sick.
like, "What, Magnus? You're waking up in the middle of the night?"
Nah, she knows. She knows.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Magnus?
Magnus?
What are you doing over there? Nothing? Nothing?
He must
So
be
funny.
thinking about other girls. Meanwhile, I'm sitting with him.
He's just
Yeah.
scrolling through charts.
That
What's
one
he,
meme?
all of a sudden she goes over. What are you looking at? It's like all of my reels on Instagram. Like, all right, chat, setting up buy stops.
Nah, for real.
Oh snap!
Nice. This girl's
That's
thinks
actually
he's
funny.
thinking about other girls. Meanwhile, he's thinking about Asian session, whether or not he should
So
show up.
true. Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking like, should I really?
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
very
dude.
true. So funny.
Nah, that's way too funny.
All right, I think I'm gonna go BE here. We're coming up into the zone here. I'm gonna take my partials here. So I'm gonna fill 2 orders, 2 contracts. I'm up about 1,000 here. So if it gets hit, we can take that, and then we'll see if we can keep pushing up. Yeah, stops are at break even, and yeah, we'll see if we can go.
New 15 about to open up.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it looks clean. Looks clean.
I'm holding.
I'm just gonna close partials, not
Hold it
gonna
as
close
well.
full. So I just closed partials right there at what was that? 40 pips, and then we'll see if we can keep pushing.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Did we pass? Oh no, never mind. We still need a G. So I need a G here to pass this.
200 more. That's my TP too.
Oh, nice.
Right,
Actually,
right there. Yeah.
I only need 500 more on this. If we can move up probably to that area, we should be good.
If the new 15 after making a lower wick re-breaks its high, I'll probably go break even.
If what you said?
If the new 15 re-breaks its high after making a lower wick, I'll go break even.
I'm with that.
Yeah, this is where you
makes
can
a lot of sense.
trail your stops too. So like we were talking about earlier, once this breaks the high, you can, let's say you haven't moved your stop to break even or anything yet, because you want to leave room just in case we make a lower wick. This is where you can start to trail your stop. So as the high breaks, you can move your stop from here and put it under there, right? That's what I'll do. I'll move it from here to there and just keep it in profit. So, but we have to break that high before we could really do that. Because once we break the high, we establish this as a new low, and then therefore that makes it a little bit more of a stronger confirmation that that low will last. Your whole explore page is just trading reels.
Yeah, it's too funny.
Shorty's going through the phone like, let me see this guy's algorithm. What the heck is he looking at?
Buy
Fair
stuff,
value
flow
gap,
through,
big
sell stops.
FVG, sell stops, RSI.
Eights.
You guys want to get lean with a carnivore diet? Oh,
Yo, this beef here slaps.
where are we from?
Oh man.
Heaven, brother. Oh man, no. Where are we from? We grew up in New York. Now we live in Tampa, Florida.
And I'm from Denmark.
All of us, even Magnus. He's in Tampa too now.
Yeah, I'm in Tampa. I work from
Hey,
Denmark.
everybody.
Dude, everyone's in Tampa.
Good.
Hold up.
Wasn't loud at all, John.
Yeah.
I need 1,000. I need
Excuse me.
$1,000 more. So I gotta. This is my TP basically.
Nah, John, that was a really good idea there. If we breaks the high now, we should have no reason to go down
Right.
and break the low again. So I would even put stops below the low, like the new low in the 15.
Right. Yeah, you could do that as well. Now your stops are in profit.
Exactly.
Yep. So what he's saying here is now you can move your stop. Did we break the high again?
No, not yet.
Oh, we
Not
did.
yet.
So when we break the high, it's going to be better. But you could do it now. It looks like we're going to break the high there. So now you can
Yeah, it
start
looks like
trailing your stops again there. Yeah.
True, yeah. Yeah, I put my stops below the low now.
Yeah,
Just
same.
seeing if it hits TP here or not.
Yeah.
Nice, bro.
Another one.
See a juicer.
How many contracts do we have here? We have 2 left. Can we get them filled? Can we get them filled up here at 33.06? Can we get the fill?
Goldie.
Dun, dun, dun. What is the one-step elite challenge in top one? It's basically you got to make like I think 6% and then you pass. So it's just a one-step challenger. Can we get the fill up at 33.06? Fill us, Goldie. We should get a pump here. Should get a decent push. Last 10 minutes of the hour candle here. So
Yeah,
See it.
yeah.
can we get a straight run? This is kind of that first area of interest that we looked at, right? Closing partials there and kind of paying attention to that range here. So we'll see if we can make our way through that or not. But I have placed my stops in profit now. So
Yeah,
closed partials at 38 pips. I'm now 19 pips in profit here. And just going to leave my stop 19 pips in profit.
I got mine in profit, so yeah. Below the low there, so
Below the
breaks,
low.
I'm out.
Same. Good trade. Great trade, gang. Way to have patience here today.
Damn, that was close. Oh, I'm out there.
Pump
I'm
it
out
up
with
by
a little
Joe
profit,
Budden. Yeah, I'm out
Are
too.
you Goldie?
Beautiful, beautiful. So, all right, cool, man. 53 pips total on that. Partials at 40, 30, 39, 40, and that'll do it. That'll be my day. 27 hundo on 3 accounts. That's it. I'm done. I'm done, so let's talk about this trade real quick. So this trade was taken solely off of the bullish bias here from the day, right? So the daily was still bullish for the most part. The 4-hour, we were looking to go long here, right, as we closed without a wick, kind of anticipating a fake out, but all in all, price continued to drive down. We came into the zone. Q asked the question, hey, are we in the target tapped area? I would say yes, we are, right? We broke the lows. There should be no reason to come up and re-break the highs there. So we ended up re-breaking the highs, and that ultimately gave us the push up. The 1 hour was kind of same deal as the 4 hour. We were kind of in that zone there, observing it. 30-minute gave us the fake out that we were looking for, and that's where we executed. It wasn't, I think the bigger push happened off the 15 here, but we still were able to, although we took it off the 30, we were still able to get about 50 pips there. So I think it was a pretty good trade. I see some potential. Like I could definitely see this thing coming up, but it looks like we're starting to stagnate right here now. And that's why we have advantage points. That's why we have TP1s. That's why we understand managing risk and going break even, right? And trying to end the day green, So ultimately that's what we did here today. And perfect advantage point, TP1. Grateful to have move stops to break even, and that's the show.
So we got a hat trick here.
We got a hat trick again. 2 days in a row, we got the hat trick in the clubhouse. All
Can
right.
we get 3? Can we get 3?
3 wins, 3 sessions. All right. We'll take that. We'll take that. Are you not entertained? No, I'm just kidding. Yo, clubhouse, way to bounce back off of those, like that 2-week period, man. For real. Way to stand on business.
Yeah. Exactly.
Big dubs, big dubs. Yeah, now whatever wants to happen can happen. I'm out. So now you may get that same fake out on the 1 hour, right? And maybe the 1 hour will be the candle that pushes up to 14 up here, So sometimes you just got to patiently wait. You see how first we got the support on the 15, we moved up, right? Then we got the support formed on the 30, we did a little move up. Now the 1 hour candle is going to close here in 8 minutes. So now look what's happening. We're getting that same fake out here on the 1 hour, and maybe the 1 hour candle will be the one over the next 60 minutes to drive up to that the ultimate target that we had.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Just each time frame following another one, you know?
Story on time frames.
Yeah. So cool, man. Any questions? I think that'll do it here. I got a tea time coming up here in a little bit, so I'm gonna probably get ready. But anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns, anything about the trade? Hat tricks. Throw the hats out in the clubhouse. There you go. Just past 100K, $1,000 today. W. Beautiful job. Post your profits in the TTE or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. Whatever that channel is called. Clubhouse profits. From Somalia, much love, my man. Much love. Thank you for the coupons. You're welcome. You're welcome. Coupons have been established and handed out here today. And other than that, I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
Yup.
W.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, boys.
We came, we saw, we conquered. And now it's time to go.
Thank you for having me here.
We waited 2 hours
in a
and
little bit.
caught 50 pips in 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Simple.
Chat. Yo, John, Magnus, Rafi, appreciate y'all, man. As always, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, sir. See you guys later on in the Asian session. If you guys are coming to Asian in London, it's the last Asian in London of the week. So let's end it strong here. The rest of you guys will see you in the New York sesh tomorrow. Clubhouse is already on the move here. I'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? Magnus,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
see you in
Let's do
London,
it,
bro.
man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See you in London. Yes, sir.
Family.
I'll catch
Cool.
you boys later.
Cool.
Peace out, chat.
All right, y'all.
Later.
Have a great day. Blessings to you and your family. And we'll see you back here same time, same place tomorrow morning. Let's close out the week strong, all right? Stay green today, my
Let's do
friends.
it.
Don't over risk. Don't over trade. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
See you, man. Peace.
Later, gang. Later, Magnus. Later, Rafi. Mod Squad. Love y'all. Peace, G's. Later.
That's when he does the magic of turning dark to light. He spread his love for all to step into his life. He reversed the logic of living first to die. Saved my soul from getting defeated. Saved my body from getting deleted. Most of the times I couldn't believe it. Holy Spirit, I receive it. I don't deserve this, man, I'm not worth it. But he still loved me when I deserve it. He still gave his life on the cross. His loving is different cause I couldn't earn it. See, this life I'm living is blessed. And you know that the wages of sinning is death. But he put my spirit to rest. Cause the blood of the lamb has paid all my debt. I am free, ain't no stress. I believe that I am the best. Got the Holy Spirit on my chest. So man, I won't let the enemy rest.
Glory to the Father. can say it's holy. Can't get this off my lips. You love me with devotion. You don't kid me when I trip. Yeah, I need a sip from the river. Just wanna get what you give it. Give me unlimited vision and see through the counterfeit. I want the realest. Where he come from, you can't get that with a PJ. It's so full inside this house, I feel like DJ. I can't fight it, let your light come shine on me. Yeah, ain't no hiding, I'm confiding in your peace. Yeah, hey, carrying buckets of shame. Father, I'm saying your name, but so far from it. Come see the blood in my veins. For me, he bleeding the same. Take this covenant, this is the greatest exchange. At his altar, there's a flame that burns your rubbish. Gave me a cup full of rain, he poured it over every stain until he coming. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar, wash away my shame. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar, wash away my shame. Yeah, I just turned a milli down to be home with my son. Y'all don't get it, I can't gain a thing if I've already won. Still don't get it, I was full back when my bank account was none. Cause my God the type to leave the 99 to get the one. This is life or death, I ain't making music just for fun. Glory to your name, Father, I pray that your kingdom come. And when Satan's on my heels, I pray it's Nike with the run. Make my heart beat more like Hezekiah, say it and it's done. Breakthrough, Lord Jesus, I need breakthrough. I've been doing things that made the Father have to break you. Living in my shame like the potter didn't shape you. But I know even in the storm, the water didn't wake you. The water didn't wake you. And that cross couldn't break you. Yeah, the darkness couldn't take you. Oh, yeah. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Sweep me to your altar, wash away my shame. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Sweep me to your altar, wash away my shame. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar, wash away my shame. Glory to the Father, you deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar, wash away my shame.
I was in a dark place, listening to dark days, in a prison of my mind. Stuck inside the fast lane, always unattached, and about ready to end my time. Until you came and found me, and opened up the truth, that everything around me was made to worship you. 'Cause life is good. Cause life is good.